All right, greetings, everyone. It is Dynasty Mirror Search for Uhuru. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so thankful and happy that you guys are joining us on a Saturday night, 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3:35, where Brandon is located. But everyone, thank you wherever you're at, wherever you're joining us from. Thank you for being a part of our dynamic show tonight. Good news, I am headed back to the continent Monday. I fly out Monday night. Cannot wait. I am headed to Sierra Leone. I am looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. Everybody come. And with that being said, April 21st to the 30th, April 21st to the 30th, we are going to Sierra Leone. We have a tour, so come and join us in Sierra Leone. Come and join us in Sierra Leone. Akabo, a Black Beauty, Akabo. I am looking forward to going to Sierra Leone on Monday, but then you guys can come roll with us April 21st to the 30th. Go to dynasty.com to learn more and get more details. Also, while you're at dynasty.com, make sure you pick up your copy of Kinky Hair is Kingly Hair. Make sure you pick that up for your nieces, your nephews, your daughters, your sons. Pick it up for everybody. Everybody needs a copy of Kinky Hair is Kingly Hair. Everybody needs a copy. There's almost 85,000 of you all as far as subscribers. So 85,000 pieces of merch need to be sold. Books, get your shirts, all that good stuff. Everybody go to dynastymirror.com and cop that. Also become a monthly Patreon, patreon.com, search for Uhuru. Again, patreon.com, search for Uhuru. Become a monthly Patreon. Everybody, we greatly appreciate the support. It means a lot. So we continue to grow the platform and expand the platform, because that's what we're doing. We are expanding the platform. Guys, if I have not been posting as much content as lately, I apologize. I've been studying for my real estate exam. I take my pre-license exam tomorrow morning at 9. Then I take the state exam sometime. I was hoping to get it done before I left for Africa, but it's going to be when I come back. So without further ado, we have Brother Brandon. College Genesis will be joining us as well. But we have Brother Pan-Africanism Strikes Back, Brother Brandon, on with us. Today's topic is the dangers of bum rushing the motherland. Bum rushing the motherland. The dangers of bum rushing the motherland. Because we see a lot of people bum rushing the motherland, and then they get upset when they run into a little bit of adversity, and because they're having issues in the country they're in, they like to paint this picture that is like that on the entire continent. So, Brandon, go ahead, which is not true. So, Brandon, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, can everyone hear me? Okay.
We hear you, but we can't see you. You disappeared.
Yeah, I'm coming back. Don't worry. I just had to. There was just something I had to do real quick. But yeah. So you know, I mean, I feel like we can say it 1,000 times. But I question whether our people will get the real importance of what we've been trying to say. There's so many people who go to the motherland, and they go with all kinds of different ideas. They want to, they think, they have their whole fairy tale type, thing going on with what they think is going to happen and how they think things will be. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I really feel like there has to be like a certain amount of realism that is, put onto the situation of moving to the motherland or even going there to visit. It seems like we've said it so many times, the words have lost all meaning, but it is very important that you go and visit a place before you try to go live there. That is a huge thing. Like Diamonds, right now, you and I, we are both in America. We have been to the continent several times, you much more than me. But do you think that people ever say, well, if Dynas hasn't made the move 100% to Africa, and he's been going there longer than me, there might be a good reason for that. But instead of doing that, a lot of our people feel like, oh, I'm gonna just go over there and everything's going to work out. And I remember when I used to be a Christian, there was this saying that, God, the Lord protects fools and babies. And I think that a lot of times our people have this, like, even if I make the worst possible decision, some unseen force is going to correct it for me, right? They're going to make it okay. And I really believe that that's what, gives our people this, why our people have such a hard time separating from America mentally and physically, because I believe that America provides a safety net for Black people where it really shields us from a lot of our ignorance and the repercussions of operating based on ignorance. And I believe that is the perfect recipe to make a people totally dependent on you, and it is also a recipe to keep a people in a state of in a mindset of fearing or actually fighting against that advancement as a whole. Because at the end of the day, so many of us will always just, defer back to the ability to continue to operate ignorantly and not suffer the repercussions of that, or not suffer them in a way that could, put us in any danger. So, like, bum rushing the coast, what, like Kala always says, you see, I'm not going to mention YouTube channels, but you see recently there's been a lot of emphasis placed on people who go to the continent and post content about their negative experiences and stuff. And it's like, we're gravitating towards that. Why? Because we're like, wait, you mean to tell me a Black person made a bad decision and they actually felt the repercussions of it? There wasn't like, I quit my job. Like, Dynas, I kid you not, I have people I know who go to work and just don't even work, just do a crappy ass job, and they don't care about getting fired. Me, I'm a person like, I don't want to get fired from my damn job. I got too much riding on that. But there are people who go to work and be like, F this job, I don't care, talk shit to the managers. Why? Because they know if they get fired, not only can they maybe get unemployment, or if that fails, they can walk on over to the county building, fill out a couple of papers, and they're going to get some food stamps with some back pay, right? There's no back pay or food stamps to be had if you go to Africa and fail. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you got to bring your ass on back to the crib, right? Like you done flunked out of college or something. So I believe a lot of our people, they try to approach Africa like with that same mindset, and not ready to scrap and really work hard to get like what you want. Instead it's like, no, I'm gonna go there until I fulfill this like self-fulfilling prophecy that I probably already had about Africa, preconceived notions and whatnot.
Guys, hit that like button as you come to the chat room. Please hit the like button. We're at 100 people. We want to get more people to join the conversation. Here in about 22 minutes, we're going to open up the line so people will call in and ask their questions. But yeah, the thing I can't stand, Brandon. So I've been to 16 or 17 different countries in Africa, and each country has its own uniqueness because Africa is not a monolith. But what happened? One person will go to one country, have a bad experience, then all of a sudden that stands a representation of all of Africa. Why do they do that? Why do they try to stereotype Africa after they just go to one country and have a bad experience?
Okay, let me just put this in perspective, because I see people in there, they talking about Art Kathy. Oh, is she a bum? Does she had a plan, right? Here's the thing. Art Kathy may have had a plan, but did she stick to the plan? When she was getting on that plane to go to wherever she's at, was she like, number one, first thing, start talking shit on the locals? Number two, fix child sex tourism? No. See, when you make a plan, the plan is only good if you stick to the plan. What we do is we get over there and we start freestyling. We don't stick to what we originally planned to do. We start doing the most, and then when things don't work out, now we're complaining, right? So to your point, it's just like this. People have to understand. You need to set a goal and work to reach that goal, right? And you have to be willing to do what it takes to reach that goal. I mean, I would say that nothing you ever want, that you truly want, comes easy. But I'm telling you, the United States of America has put Black people in the twilight zone, right? Because we literally live in a place where we can get a bunch of stuff we want without having to work very hard for it. And that has made us lazy. I mean, I know people on Section 8 driving around in Mercedes Benzes that other people didn't work the job 4 and 5 years to go by. You know what I'm saying? Right or wrong, Dynas?
How do you get a Mercedes Benz on Section 8?
Oh, this is what you do. Let me tell you what you do. You go get the Section 8, right? That's the Section 8 going to be done by your income, right? But guess what? You go put the Mercedes over in one of your kids' name or your mama name, and you got the car note, Section 8, your rent never go up, but you rolling around in the section. You know what I'm saying? I know people who got Section 8 in other people's names, bro. Other people's names. They live there, but the Section 8 is in somebody else's name, and that person just come around whenever there's going to be a Section 8 inspection, which they notify you that they're going to do. But the system is definitely broken. But in America, a person who is on a Social Security check can go onto a car lot and walk off with a brand new car. That's just the reality. That's the reality. And so that gives us this idea that exactly Zoo and Shania, very common in LA where I live. A person in America, you can't even tell somebody in America hard work pays off, because guess what? America has made it to where Black people cannot work hard and still get a good amount of the things they want through deception. So what happens is you have people going to Africa who have come up off of deception, right? But in Africa, it's my grandma used to always say, it's going to tell on you before you tell on it, right? And I'm telling you, I swear to God, I watched a video with this man and his wife. I mean, they were literally professing to be rich, wealthy in America, right? They were wealthy, but they were in Africa talking about how stuff costs too much. I was like, y'all wealthy, but stuff costs too much. I mean, I'm of the school, the mentality, if you wealthy, the cost don't really matter. It ain't nothing but a thing. You don't even got to ask. But they were talking about how they were rich, living in a $100,000 mansion in Georgia, and they were at.
Nah, I mean there ain't no such thing as not anymore. Ain't no such thing as $100,000.
This is what they said, brother. This is what they said. I'm just saying what they said. We know that it's a bunch of bullshit, but they were saying they were wealthy and they lived in a mansion in Georgia, but they was over in Ghana squabbling over 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? So what we do is the fakers. There's a lot of people in America who can fake it until they make it. That has become like an industry, faking it, pretending you got it when you don't. But when you go to Africa, that's not a place where you can fake it. Either you got it or you don't. Dynas, I know you've been over in Africa like, oh, these prices low. Spin it. Then you start looking at your bank account like, oh, wait a minute, I need to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah. And then even that, I tell my friend how much I got a good deal. I spent this, and they'll still tell me you paid too much. Then my friends will still tell me you still paid too much.
Bro, on my channel, I did a thing where I went shopping in Kenya, right? Mm-hmm. And I didn't show the negotiation part because I didn't want the white folks to be able to get the price that we get. But right. I'm telling you, Dynas, it's a method to getting that right price in Africa. But you gotta get there and become familiar with the place to understand how to get that price, that low price. Even with my stuff I'm doing, you know, there's people over there paying $7,000 and $8,000 and $10,000 an acre. I'm like, whoa, I'm paying like $1,000 an acre. But guess what? That comes with inexperience. And that's why we keep reiterating. Go visit the place a couple of times first. Build a network. When I go to Africa to look for land, I pay the tribal price. I'm not paying nothing more than what they cousin gonna pay. You feel what I'm saying? But that's because I connected with the right people who value my friendship and the connection with me to the point where they're like, bro, I'm gonna go talk for you first. Let them give me a price. Then you go and tell them you want the same price they gave me. You know what I'm saying? And then I look at that, I say, well, shoot, this is low price. But that's the thing. What we have, Dynas, is a bunch of people who probably have no experience in travel, period. Right. But all of a sudden they're experts. I'll give you a prime example, and then I'll shut up for a second. Okay, so I got a boy.
It's just me and you. Take your time. Take your time.
Everybody pay very close attention to this. Very close attention to this. Actually, I'll read the conversation on my phone right here. My boy hit me up. He said, This land is in Majajani. The first two properties are 5K USD, and the last property is 7,000 USD. That's per acre. They all have a title, and I was told only one owner per title. I'm not buying, so I wasn't able to see the title. But if you want to buy, you'd have to meet with the owner and come to an agreement. I was told the price is slightly negotiable, right? This is what he said, Dennis. So I told this dude, I said 7,000 per acre. Man, that's pricey. I'll check it out though. He says, yeah, it is. But some people were interested in land in that specific area, just sharing with those I know are interested in land. I said, when you negotiate land, keep in mind what's happening in Ghana. Hyperinflation, because foreigners are driving up the property value.
Oh man, it's crazy in Ghana right now.
Because foreigners are driving up the property value, unknowingly paying way more than the property is worth. This will inevitably create tensions between diasporans and the locals. I suggest sending a local first or bringing one along the way I do it. Just my suggestion. He says, yeah, you're right. He said, I don't know how much they pay, but most land I see goes around 1K per acre. I said, exactly. Also, the land having all those hills devalues it. It was a hilly land. But I know now because I've been several times and I've had friends from Kenya who are like, Brandon, no, do never pay over this much. This is how much you need to tell them you're willing to pay and try to go down from there. So I send my boys with him to go look at this piece of land. Dinus, this person is an African American in Kenya. I send my boys with him. I send my boys with him. I pay for the gas and everything. Go check on this dude, take care of him, make sure you're all right. They go over there, they say, Brandon, 10 people own that land. A man died and left that land to all his children, and he had 10 children. They all own the land, and they all don't want to sell the land. Now, you got the African American who don't know nothing going on his own to go check on some land. He's about to pay 7K USD. My boy goes, they come back talking about, man, they got 20 acres and they willing to give that to you for 18K. What is that? $1,000, less than $1,000 per acre, right? But that's what we don't do. We don't take our time. We get impatient. We think we rich, we think we balling. We see the prices are low. We go over there. We get duped. A sucker's born every minute. We get duped, and then we want to complain about it. I hear about people diners going to Ghana spending $300,000, $100,000. Oh yeah, I built me a house over here. I'm like, bro, you built you a house in the middle of nowhere on a slab of dirt, and you paid $300,000 for that? You sound like a fool. I don't care how nice it looks. But what is that? These people are not experienced in doing that. So the guy who was a shoe salesman in America suddenly is a contractor, real estate agent, and all these things in one for himself. You're going to come out on losing end. That's why you can't just bum rush. You have to take your time. Go scope out the land. Bro, I just saw they were doing the World's Strongest Man competition in Botswana. I said, I need to go check out Botswana. You know who's moving to Botswana? White people. Land is incredibly cheap. They have an infrastructure deficit, so they will give you perks to go buy land and build over there. Do you know that? No, because all you want to do is go to Ghana. You don't even know. Ghana is a tiny country in Africa. There's tons of other countries, much more land and cheaper, but you want to go spend up all your money in Ghana and then start complaining. If you weren't going to complain, I would say that was fine, but don't go nowhere, Tom. Don't go nowhere. All the spirits. Do you think, Donis, let me ask you a question. Do you think it's convenient that once the year return happened, all these black people talk about something the ancestors didn't identify with my spirit and something's leading me to Ghana? But 5 years ago, they weren't even thinking about no damn Ghana. Do you find a coincidence? Because I do.
Guys, hit that like button again. Please hit the like button. Hit that like button. Also share and subscribe. Again, share and subscribe. Oh, we got Kala Thanos. Let me bring Kala on here.
Kala
Thanos.
What's up, bro?
What's up?
What's up, Kala?
going? How's things going? What's up, Brandon? How's it going?
Good.
Yeah, it's like welcome back to Negro land. You know,
Welcome back to Negro.
Bob, you thought we thought we were escaping to Africa. We thought we were gonna have a different perspective and everything. Negro said, "Nah, y'all niggas ain't going nowhere." You know what I'm saying?
We gonna bring Negro land to you.
Yeah, man. Massa Biden is gonna save the day. You know, and now, like as if doing everything ass backwards as we always do, right? Now that you gave him your vote and you say it like that, now it's time to demand something, you know?
That's
We're
what
gonna
they said.
demand reparations,
We
you
gotta
know?
go in there and demand now.
You know that after you it's like this. Now I'm not trying to sound freaky or nothing like that. You know, Kala has a past life and I did many things and everything, you know. You know how you have that one chick, right? You know, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know, you went out and you did your deed and
We
everything,
know,
right?
we know.
Yeah, and then the next day she gonna talk about, well, pussy ain't free. When I, look, yeah, what do we got here? What's the relationship gonna be? Yeah, I mean, we all been through that, right? No, I said, on a serious note, I said, I told Dinus about a person, right? I don't mean to throw Dinus out there. There's an author that every African American should know about, even before you go into Pan Africa, even before Malcolm X. Malcolm X read him. A man named Richard Wright. You know, you heard of Richard Wright before,
That's
Dinus?
my favorite author.
Yo, he tells you once you know Richard Wright, you know the psychology of Negroes in America. You
For
know,
real.
you know the psychology of Negroes in America.
For real.
Every last single movement, man, every last single movement, black men have been broken, hearts have been broken by their so-called people. Why? Because the black people, the white man, whatever little comfort the white man gives them, they're gonna choose that over your so-called liberation struggle. You know, this basically, this black people out here for Biden was just nothing more than just a smack in the face to anybody who was independent or who had a free thought thing, and they used Trump as an excuse. You know, it wasn't Donald Trump. Donald Trump wasn't a racist. We know we're smart enough to know a real racist when we see one. A real racist doesn't get up and every time he speaks, I lowered the most black unemployment rate. You know, we have more black people in. Real racists don't talk like that. A real racist don't give a damn about black unemployment. A real racist never before has a president even mentioned black unemployment. Show
A
me
real
one.
racist was Ronald Reagan or Harry Truman. Those
Yeah,
were real racists.
they were real racists. Ronald Reagan was a racist, you know. And so therefore, Reagan, excuse me, Lyndon Johnson, all these presidents, Herbert Hoover, all these people were racist men, you know, because they basically did not think that black people deserve any sort of consideration. The fact that the first time in our history a president even addressed black America as a group, has said, look, you guys have been, look, what do you got to lose? Come here. No other president has said that. No, especially a Republican. I would expect what Trump was saying to black people should have came from a Democrat. Let's come on, let's build this and everything. It was a Republican president, Donald John Trump, who firstly said, look, we have to do something. Let's look at this first step. Let's look at all these things that's affecting Black America. But that none of that friggin' mattered to Black America. So what this says is this: it says going forward that no other president or president should campaign for Black folks because your vote is in the bag anyway, and Black people put themselves in a corner. It's like you played your card. What do you have to go run with Joe Biden with? He didn't ask you for your vote. He didn't ask you for your vote.
Hey, Kyle, look, Kyle, let's get back on the bum rushing the
Yeah,
motherland.
YouTube
That's
gonna
the
show
Oh
topic.
yeah,
us
yeah.
on the
Okay, I
screen.
didn't even look at the topic. Yeah, bum rushing the motherland, right? There's a lot of people out there who, like I said, I told you, right? Like with anything, Dynast, you are getting people who are with anything with Black America. I would be suspicious of people, right, Dynast, who pick your brain, who come around in your chats and everything like that, But when they go to the continent, they don't want to be involved with anybody else. They're by themselves, and they're on YouTube putting out negativity, and they're putting out stuff like, oh yeah, like that that couple I'm talking about, right? The couple with the Cheeto snacks, yeah, there's no snacks around here.
Hey, my wife found that freaking hilarious. She said I was listening to it. My wife said, "Is this woman on here talking about she don't like Ghana because she couldn't find hot Cheetos?" I said,
"Yeah,
that's what she said."
Yeah. So the bottom line is this. Right? These people blow up on YouTube, right? And I always thought, right, that the whole idea of going to Africa was to get away from America, to get away from the problems in America.
Get away from hot Cheetos.
Get away from all that stuff and just live your life, right? Why are people on the continent, right, communicating back with people in America? What's the point? What are you trying to convince them? You trying to convince yourself that you did the right thing, right?
That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, you're trying to convince yourself that, y'all in America suffer. No, if you're on the continent, then why don't you go there, make moves, make a life for yourself, and leave America behind, and then show us. Wow, like when the Blacks Without Borders series came out in 2006, you didn't have that didn't take that right there convinced me of everything. Why? Because I saw the lifestyle they were living, the opportunities they had, the freedom. They said I don't have to worry about racism and stuff like that. So I said, wow, that's what put me on my journey now. And I said, I want to live on the continent one day. I want to live on the continent, right? I'm not, and then none of that. Every time you look at Blacks Without the people Blacks Without Borders, you can't find any of them on YouTube. Why? Because they're out there doing their thing. They're making moves. They're completely living their life. The black people who are still involved in American politics and American stuff and putting stuff out on YouTube and everything, they're a problem. They're fake. I don't trust these people. If you whatever country you pick, right, be at peace with that. Try to get along with the local population and build. Africa is not America. Africa has infrastructure challenges. It has education, all these things, right? But you accept that if you're going to go to that country and live.
Colin,
you go there.
Colin.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So here's the thing. Some people want to go to Africa, but they don't want to be a part of Africa. Some people want to just go to Africa. Oh, I'm here in Africa. But they really want to mentally be in America still. And the internet has allowed that to be a reality, right?
Yeah.
But I'll use, for example, like Black Acres of the Gambia, right?
Yeah.
Everything they built before they got on YouTube. I assume, because I don't know if they YouTube there from the beginning to the end. But I know that majority of what they built for themselves was not highlighted on YouTube. They're showing you stuff after the fact. We did all this work. And look what we got now. And if you notice that most people who successfully move to Africa and have success there, they're not spending all their time on YouTube.
They're not.
Because nothing is that bad if you have enough time to hop on YouTube every day and talk about it. That's the reality.
And update. I'll say, let me ask you a question too, right? While we're talking about the topic, man, it's like, okay, and not just Black Acres. I wish them all the luck and all stuff like that. There's issues. That's for another show, right? But what they said, they made it out of their own mouth, was they were over there struggling. They were over there saying, because Sweet Juicy Mama said she couldn't eat. They had to really struggle. They were going from place to place and everything. And I said, how the hell did that happen? So they stuck it out, right? And so they got 60 acres of land in the Gambia. And then some people say, well, the land they got is not really suited for what they're trying to do, crops and everything like that.
Right.
And so it's been a long time. So, and I know for a fact, right, because I used to do farming and everything. It does not take years and it's about months to actually see some success. I just keep saying, oh, we're building this, we're building this, we're building this, send us some money. And so therefore, the question is, YouTube has become like a self-perpetuating thing, a money source. And then there was another couple that that I heard about that's in Ghana. This is a couple out of, I think, the Netherlands, right? And these are like a little young, ritzy couple. Like they went to Ghana and they couldn't get the professional jobs they want, right? So they got interviewed by
professional jobs.
Oh, they were in the Netherlands, I believe, right? And they went to Ghana and they couldn't get like the job they want. So they
jobs in Ghana, looking for a job in Ghana.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So they say. right? So anyway, they got on Wody Meyer's show, and suddenly they're good-looking, young, good-looking couple, trendy couple, whatever. And I forgot the name of it, but they're on YouTube. They got overnight. They got 35,000 subscribers, right?
Native born?
No,
No.
not native. No, this is another couple, light skinned couple, some light skinned couple, look like they'll mix, whatever.
Right.
And they basically got 35,000 subscribers in Ghana, right? And they said now because of YouTube, right? They're allowed to live the life they want to live, right? They show them boating and stuff like that, you know. And what I'm saying is this though. I always thought one of the reasons why in America, right, black people, we have no privacy. We have no individuality, right? If you go to Africa, you can just blend in, right, with the population and just not be seen. You know, I thought that was the whole thing of it. But when you give up your privacy, it's people in your life every day, you're showing them on YouTube. You put your kids on there, and they're commenting. People commenting on me back and forth. You know, and I'm saying to myself, is that the way to live in Africa right now? Get a YouTube channel, and you put your life in front of the world. You know, I thought it was about building. That's what I thought. You know, about building and everything, and been disappearing into the African scene. That's what I thought it was about. But that's what it is. That's what you got. These people they go out there, they're showcasing, and then the drama, the back and forth is not good. It's just not good.
Life of solitude. Yeah, if you want to know anything about logistics and transportation in Kenya, just send me an email. I have someone who's actually in that industry in Kenya. If you don't want to do that in South Africa, I have a friend right now. He's actually starting a logistics company and buying trucks. So I could connect you with him and he could let you know what's going on with that if you want to.
That's what we need. Connections, people building and making a difference on the
No, we need to send our money to the lady who's building a hotel in the city, in the country. She only been in for 3 months.
And also, not only that, let me say something right now. And a lot of people are clowning me over this, right? I got up here and I was defending that lady, right? When I saw that the one lady went through the house, said this is what and I noticed she was like, this is what I said, wait a minute, that's the same purple wall. I was like, I was actually defending this lady and putting my name out there. You know, and I'm saying to myself, my God, man, this it's just sad that this is going on. This is going on. We got the same people who basically when it really comes down to it, it's all about this. If you go to the continent, right, be humble, make your moves and everything. We don't expect you to be successful overnight, right? And a lot of people from America think just because they come from America, they're superior and they got to one up on the Africans. They got to teach the Africans something and all the stuff like that. And they don't understand. The Africans read books. They got internet just like you do. So what are you coming over there to explain? People are, I'm bringing my skills. I want something out of this one. I had a brother that told me I want dual citizenship. And I told him,
Carla, let me use this as an example. Because it's being presented to us right now as if from the ancestors. So you have Life of Solitude. He said, I have a question. I own a freight brokerage and a trucking company. I have 200,000 put up towards repatriation in business. I can't find anything on logistics and transportation besides South Africa. Okay. And then he says, I can build it. Hold on, let me find his comment. He says, I can build it, but it's easier. I could build it, but that'll take a couple million. It's easier to build a logistics company when there's already an established. Okay, so the first thing, has this person ever been to Africa? Based on what they're saying, I'm going to say most likely no. Because if you had been to Africa, you will see there are freeways in all the countries, and there are thousands of big rig trucks on those freeways. In order for you to have big rig trucks on freeways, there has to be logistics involved. But when you're on the internet, you're like, I can't find anything. Some things take groundwork, because if they were on the internet, trust me, you would have been priced out of it before you had a chance to even discover it.
Right.
So that's the approach so he or she is asking, and I'm able to connect them with someone who knows about that industry, right? But how many times do we just go on the internet, we come to a conclusion, not saying that person is doing it, but we go on the internet, we come to a conclusion based on what the internet says, Then we go there and we find things are different. Some people speak from a position of knowing and being informed and experienced. Other people speak from a position of assumption and then from a position of disappointment. It wasn't everything I wanted it to be when I got there, so that means it's no good. Why are you moving to Africa expecting to find America? That's the number one problem. You're not moving from Chicago to DC, where you're going to find the same stuff no matter where you go, or LA to New York, same stuff no matter where you go. You're moving from one country to another country. And most times, those countries have significantly smaller economies, right? But like I was telling Dinus, there's this movie called Fields of Dreams with this cracker, right? But the guy keeps hearing a voice saying, if you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. It's like, yo, look, you got people going there, right? And they're like, I'm not going to build it. I'm going to get your money through the internet and tell you that I'm going to use your money to build it. And then I may or may not deliver on what I told you that I was going to build, right? That's where the scammers are able to get in, because people, they shut their minds off, and all they're doing at the end of the day is chasing what's trendy. There's like, I see people getting scammed, and I'm like, wow, that's funny. I've never given my money to any of these people, right? And then I wonder, well, why Brandon hasn't Kala given his money, or Dinus haven't given his money? Well, because these people are people who actually look at things for what they are versus what the trend is right now. I guarantee you, if a person comes right now on the internet, oh, I'm over here in Swaziland, and look at all this land, and land over here is only this amount of money, and I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna build that. I just need y'all to send me X amount. There will still be a segment of our people who sends that person money, so they've seen time and time again that this is not a good idea, right? Because it's whatever's trendy. And what I love is, not even to get back on the election, is I love that our people, that Joe Biden has got elected, right? Because now it's going to be able to, you're going to be able to see a clear division between the real ones and the fakes. A lot of people were just running to Africa as refugees. A lot of people said Donald Trump, he got elected, so now I want to go to Africa. Oh, but Lord and Savior Joe Biden's back in there, so I guess America ain't all that bad.
And we're gonna clear out those fools.
That's a good.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Did I not message you right after the stuff went down? And I was like, there has to be a separation among.
Brandon, well, I even said the reason why the year return was so successful is because of Donald Trump. But once Democrats got back in office, Black people are going to be back comfortable and go back to sleep. Everybody, hit that like button again. Please hit that like button. Hold on. Guys, hit that like button. Please hit that like button as you come to the chat room. Please hit the like button. We have 300 people watching. Life of Solitude. Send me an email, brother. We'll chop it up. Email to the chat room, Life of Solitude. Guys, also, we will open up the lines. Uhuru at searchforuhuru.com. Uhuru at searchforuhuru.com. Send me an email, and if you guys want to call in and ask a question, you're more than welcome to do so. Again, email is uhuru at searchforuhuru.com. Uhuru at searchforuhuru.com. Let's see what else we have here. Make sure you go to dynastybeer.com. Again, please go to dynastybeer.com and make sure you buy your merchandise. Please support. Again, oh, guys, guess what? Pretty soon. In fact, I just got one in today. Oh, they didn't put my... What? Oh, they messed up. But I just got this in today. The Africa is my therapy sweatshirts, everybody. But I just got to get the tags and the logos going to go on the inside. So basically, I'm relaunching the Ile Amir House of Amir site. That should be up this week. I'm relaunching it. So when you guys get your official gear, in fact, hold on, guys, give me 1 second. I just got some shirts in today. So basically, the new drop, the new drip, as they say, the new drip. Africa is my therapy. The new drip with the logo. Everybody.
That's nice.
So that's coming out into this upcoming week. It'll be okay. If you want to call in again, Ramoni, my email's in the chat room. Send me an email and I'll forward you the link. Uhura at searchforhura.com. All right, so guys, this is the new drip. Everybody, with the logo, the official tag, the official logo. It'll be available at ilaamir.com here shortly. After my therapy, there we go. All right, so yeah. Go ahead, Brad.
So you got people who want to come over as like refugees, right? And the issue with a refugee, and I'm gonna give Black Ambassadors total credit for that, because he was the person who brought me up on that, like that consciousness. Like I was like, damn, he's right. People want to come over as refugees, right? And what a refugee is, someone who is displaced from where they're from. They go to another place, but they long to be in the place that they came from, right? And that's what you have with a lot of our people who go to Africa. They're going to Africa because they're running from police brutality and racism in America. But really, America is where they want to be. So what they do is they go to Africa, and what they do is, instead of spending their time becoming a part of that place, right? They use their time to just constantly compare that place to America. And me, I'm not a person who compares America to Africa, but I will defend America if I'm in Africa and someone says something totally stupid. But I'm not going to sit up and pretend for one damn minute like Black people are better off in America or anything like that. I go to Africa to be a part of Africa. I don't go to Africa just to be like, yeah, I'm just here right now because, you know, my country's a little messed up, and when it's better, I'm going to go back. Dinus, when you went to Africa, you became a part of that place. You're Prince Dinus now. You're not just Dinus, the guy coming over from America visiting, but these people want to be treated like royalty or something, Dinus, and won't even make an investment in that place. How do you expect to be treated as anything different than a white man when even the white man is investing more than you in that place where you are? I go on the plane, Dinus. I remember when I was first going to plane to Africa, I would ride on that plane to Kenya sometimes, and I would see white dudes, and some of them would have Black African girlfriends, and some of them were old, and I'd be sitting there just my judgment thing would just be going hard. Look at this old cracker. Oh, she's beautiful. Look at her. And one day I was in Switzerland, and I just walked up to this girl from Kenya. I mean, the most beautiful chocolate girl I've ever seen in my life. I walked up to her and I said, man, this guy's your husband or boyfriend? He had walked away. He was old, a decrepit old white man. I said, this your husband or your boyfriend? She said, yeah, it's my boyfriend. And I was like, she saw the look on my face and she's like, what? And she was like, man, I mean, it is what it is. He takes care of my whole family. And he's like, my family has like 40 people in it, and he takes care of everybody. I said, and then I realized it clicked for me. I said, I can't ask her not to do what she got to do to feed her family. You feel me? Especially if I'm not doing a damn thing about it. And that's what we want. Art Kathy, K&K Squad, who you making rich? A man don't even want a woman who's not profitable for him, and vice versa. But somehow these African countries are supposed to be laying out the red carpet for these people who, at this point, have invested zero into their country. It doesn't even add up. It makes no sense. Nothing.
Yeah, and let me add to that, Brandon. What we have in America, Black America, is an entitlement mentality. I don't know when this is going to end, right? Black people went through 4 years, right? We came up with the idea that we want reparations because we're entitled to it, right? Now we're going to Africa. Well, we want land because we're entitled to it. You know,
what they want?
Land. You know, I'm saying, I'm like this. I said to people, why don't you just get yourself an apartment? You know, you can probably get an apartment for $300 a month on your Social Security check, whatever you're trying to get. You can live comfortable. You know, really. I'm dead serious.
Hey, Colin, what they want? Land.
Where the land at? You know. These same people never. This is what I'm saying. Everything is about proportionality, right? Everybody that goes to the continent, right? They think their status is going to go up, right? You can't get a woman. You couldn't get 500,000 Bertha on the street corner, right? In the hood, right? but yet you want three. When you go to Africa, you're entitled to 3 dime piece sisters. You know,
And what else? And what else?
land. You know, I want some land, not to plant my weed over here and stuff like that. You know, and like I said, man, Negroology. You know that it. And also the main thing, Dinus, is right. Is I heard a couple of the people, expats in Ghana too, complaining about the light bill. Yo, look, there's no way you're getting away from paying that light bill. You know, Negroes think they got the magic. I'm gonna have my solar panel and like that. Yo, you are not getting away from paying that damn light bill. Solar could be a little extra, but you are paying that light bill. You know, and the bottom line, they expect the best women. They want government loans when they get there. They want citizenship, and if they don't get it, they go to YouTube complaining.
They want
You know?
they want the red. Listen, black people, our people, in a major way, have a hard time understanding that the world
They ain't shit.
Stop. The world is changing, right? The world is changing. Just like, okay, when Marcus Garvey was alive, look, when Marcus Garvey was alive, you had to catch a boat to get to Africa. It take you 30 days or more to get to Africa, right?
40 days and 40 nights, brother.
Right.
My journey to the promised land.
Right. So just like now, you can be in Africa in 14, 15 hours to the farthest most part. That's because the world has changed now. We love when the world changes, but it's comfortable for us, right?
Right.
But we hate when the world changes and we're not getting everything handed to us. When you go to Africa, Africa is not this place where, it's not like you're going to walk in and you just going to walk in and people going to start throwing rose petals at your feet.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Realistic people don't even want that. The only thing Africa is giving you is an opportunity. You can go over there, put in work hard, and get way more for your work for the same amount of work than you would get in America. If you want something beyond that, you need to just stay here in America, walk on down to that food stamp off to that county office, then leave there and go down to the Section 8 building. I think now you got to stay in a shelter. You got to stay in a shelter for 30 days to get Section 8 in California. So yourself from your apartment, go live in a shelter for 30 days, get that Section 8, and then go put a car in your grandma's name, and you could be living on the hog out here. You know what I'm saying? Period. I know women who claim to have no money and they suddenly buying new cars. But the thing is,
oh no,
you have to understand that Africa is not. It has opportunity, but it's not nowhere where somebody's gonna worship you or someone's supposed to give you anything other than what you're willing to work for. And a realistic person wouldn't even want things to be that way because trust me, if it was that easy, the white man would have took everything from you by now. There.
What gets me, Brandon? Let me ask you a question.
Let's do this. We got a caller. So Willie, go ahead, Willie. Guys, hit that like button again. Please hit the like button again, guys. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. All right, go ahead, Willie. Go with your question.
Black Americans come to Africa with the wrong mentality. You have to come to Africa with a capitalistic mentality. You have to get into something that can make you profit. If you don't, whatever you do is going to be unsustainable. Like, I see so many people trying to buy land. Like, what are you doing? Land is the last thing you should be trying to buy. You should be using that money to build some kind of business that can sustain your life in Africa. Like what O'Shea Duke Jackson did, that's a perfect example of the right way to do it. But what most Black Americans do is go and buy land. You can't really profit off land. To build like a farm and make your livelihood off of that, you need millions. You need to get irrigation.
Everybody want to be a farmer.
Huh? Everybody want to go farming.
Farmer, bro, you live in the fucking projects, bro. I don't think you're gonna be a farmer.
Yeah, there's a reason why your parents left North Carolina generations ago to go to New York. There wasn't a lot of money in farming back there for everybody. Some people were farming. You got one person that was such a farmer. Everybody else basically had to go to New York. Pack the bags to go to New York. That was my family.
There's money in it, but you need a huge amount of capital up front. So to make sugarcane land, you need around 11,000 per hectare to get the irrigation and all of that. and then you're in business. But you need a lot of capital up front to make that happen, especially in Africa. So I mean, people who are buying like 1 acre, 2 acre, 10 acres, you're wasting your time. Like Black Acres of the Gambia, I respect what they're doing, but you have to look at everything you do from a capitalistic point of view. Will this make enough profit for me to be able to sustain what I'm doing and also make a living off of it? And not enough of us are thinking in those terms. Now, Native Africans buy land for a different reason. For us, we buy land because it's a way to protect our wealth against inflation. So
Really?
African currencies.
Also, let me say this:
Wait,
Africans have a different
Tyler,
value system with land.
Tyler, real quick. Okay, somebody said that's a stereotype. Most people don't go to Africa to farm. Okay, let's take a quick vote out of the 4 people on here. When you ask people what they want to do in Africa, what would you say is the number one thing that what they want to do when they go to Africa?
I want land. I want my land.
Dynasty, what are they talking about?
I don't know. They want to get away from America, but they are never really clear as far as what they want to do in Africa.
They never say, I want to go farm in Africa. I want to start a
farm. I mean, of course, get land. There's the free land, and they want to get away from America.
And look, and then Willie, you probably said that the same thing. But that's the whole point. I want land. What are you gonna do with the land? I hear people, I'm a farm. Is it like I look for land for people, and they're like, oh, can I farm there? I'm like, dude, you're 85 years old. Like, you gonna go out there, swing a pickaxe? Like,
yeah, and they can't afford a tractor.
Yeah, exactly. You have to have a tractor. You have to be mechanized. Now, I mean, if there's Black people who can actually do it the right way, then absolutely, farming is great. But I'm just not seeing people who are approaching it from the right perspective of, do I have buyers? So when I make my crop, do I have someone who's going to buy it?
All right, bro, let me say something, Willie. I have a couple of people in the BAO that's in Ghana and several other countries and whatnot. I can't get a hold of them, right? They started farming ventures like 2 years ago, and I kind of give them some advice and whatnot. I said, look, you could probably import tractors on Craigslist, right? Nah. I said, you could probably. I said, make sure you have a tractor, but that'll make the difference. A tractor it's like what worth like 30 men. One tractor.
Probably more than that.
30 men. You probably can hire 30 men cheaper. But the thing, what I'm saying is this: like people now. When they call me from Ghana, I tell them, get out of Ghana. That's what I tell them. Get out of there. They go explore. The reality is, unless you're going on some refugee romanticization type crap.
The Joe's Project.
Your first several trips to Africa to do nothing more than to explore. Explorers chart out land. They chart out situations. So then they can approach the place from a position of understanding and knowledge. Nobody went to Africa to go just say, I'm gonna do this on the first day there. That's not how that works. I went to Kenya, Ethiopia, I went to South Africa, I went all those places. Then I decided, okay, Kenya is a place where I want to start making things happen for myself, right? I had never been to Ghana. Now, had my first trip been to Ghana and I experienced what a lot of people experience, I might have been like, look, bro, I ain't never going back over there again. Or I might have been like, okay, it's time to go to another country, right? But how many people go to Ghana and they're just like, no, they're going to force Ghana to be what they want Ghana to be instead of just moving to the left or to the right and finding the place they want. Go to freaking, what's it called? Where Francis in Ghana is from?
Cameroon.
Cameroon. Go there. I heard that's a beautiful. I heard it's excellent.
Yeah, look, I tell people all the time. Like, I haven't. Like, I'm going to the continent next year, right? I'm going to be on the continent of like good part of the next year, right? And like I said, I can't give any official thing until I actually gone to the continent and see for myself. But there's a lot of countries over there that are untapped because a lot of us like go to countries where they speak English, and that's another problem. There's a lot of French-speaking, Portuguese-speaking countries in Africa that got a lot of opportunities, and so we don't like that just to go onto the continent. We just gotta go to one place that's familiar, and it is what it is. But this idea that you got to have land, you got to do all stuff like that, I would say just go to the continent. If you want to get out of America, go to the continent, have a savings and everything like that. And also, what gets me is this. I know several SUSUs, African American investment clubs and everything. They're thriving, right? You know, I know. But somehow I cannot get those type of people who actually know how to make money and do business involved and interested in Africa. And then when they see this stuff on YouTube, they're like, "Oh, see, I'm glad I didn't go." You know.
Well, let me interject. I think that people need to people need to ease into Africa. Like going straight to a country like Liberia or Sierra Leone, you're setting yourself up for a culture shock because those countries are very undeveloped. I don't know why people are not looking at the Botswanas, the Namibias,
Angola,
Cabo Verde.
Mozambique.
Angola's a little bit rough, to be honest.
Oh man, come on, don't diss Angola, man. That's my homeland, bro. Don't go there, bro. Yeah.
All right,
Angola, Willie, do your research. Angola has built like 3 new mega dams. You know, Angola got oil exploration off the coast, oil refineries, everything throughout the country. I'm well informed about Angola.
They're about to default on their debt to China.
No, that's Zambia. That's Zambia. Angola's nowhere. No.
Anyway, I don't want to get off topic.
Hold on. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, Magic Johnson. Go ahead, Magic.
Hey.
Magic Johnson. Go ahead, Magic.
Hey, how y'all doing?
We're good.
Yeah, we're doing good, bro.
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and I heard all y'all was saying about the continent of Africa and everything like that. But you know, some of y'all come out a little kind of disrespectful and condescending and stuff like that. Because if people go there and they tell you about their experiences, they could tell you about their experiences, and y'all critiquing people, telling you, "Oh, it's not all that lovely. It ain't all that gravy out there." In which majority of Black Americans know that, because most Black Americans ain't trying to go there in the first place, right?
So hold on, Magic. So Magic, if I come to St. Louis and have a bad experience, does that stereotype all of Black America? Does that stand? Hold on. If I come to St. Louis and I get into it with some, you know, the St. lunatics. I mean, I don't know, whatever y'all got going on in St. Louis, and I say, oh, all of Black America. I mean, what the bad experience I had in St. Louis stands a representation of all of Black America. Is that true?
No, but they never said
okay.
The person said this is how they doing it out there, and this is they get down, and they trying to prevent other people who go there to not have these pitfalls. I don't think that's wrong, and I don't think they should be.
No, hold on. Let me ask you something, Magic.
Hold on, No, Magic, you don't understand my Magic. You don't understand my question. I think we're over your head. If I go to St. Louis and I have a bad experience with the brothers and sisters in St. Louis, does that stand a representation of all Black people in America?
No, because
okay.
But hold up.
Go ahead, Magic. Go ahead.
Because y'all talking about the K&K squad, right? How they was talking about.
Oh, how do you know we're talking about them?
Huh?
How do you know we're talking about them?
Come on now. When you was talking about the snacks thing, come on now.
Yeah, there's a lot of people complain about snacks, man. There's a lot of people.
Man, come on now. We know that's infamous. Now stop it. Right?
No, but Magic, this is the problem. All right, and you know, again, and I was the first person to say this, and I got a lot of heat for it. All Diners, you hating on Ghana. Yeah. Ghana is not the only country in Africa. So what happens is people go to Ghana, have a bad experience, and then all of a sudden that stands a representation of Africa. Mm-hmm. Right? Like I said, I've been to over 17 countries, and you know, Sierra Leone and Nigeria are the two that I'm settling on. That I'm setting up shop in. But like Willie Fungo said, I've been in Namibia. Namibia would be perfect for a lot of Black Americans.
I'm telling you, if you need the first world standard of living, there's countries in Africa that can give you that. Namibia, Botswana, even South Africa, you can get anything you have in America. You can get that there. You can have snacks at the gas station.
But the whole thing is the snacks part was not like y'all overlooked the scamming, the corruption, and the overpricing
Magic
Black
Johnson.
America.
Magic
Hold on,
Johnson.
hold on. Can I get
No,
one
hold
sentence
on.
off? Hold on, let me.
Yeah,
Can
I
I
got
get
to ask a question too.
Hold
Well,
on.
let him finish, Brandon. Go ahead, Magic. Go
Y'all
ahead, Magic.
don't let me get one question off. Y'all being defensive. Hold up, let me get that off real quick. So what I'm saying is the like you was talking about the all capacity and shit and everything like that. But the scamming that we do out there, but the scamming that goes on out there, and they charge us another price, and they charge Black Americans another price when we come over there trying to finesse us. If a person telling people back home, oh no, they finessing. Like we should know that if a person gonna make a informed
Right,
decision, they
right,
should know
Magic,
that
Magic,
we can't go in there like it's a
Magic,
utopia and
bro,
everything
Magic,
like kumbaya, how
Magic,
y'all trying to make it sound, and then you disrespect Black Americans.
Magic, bro,
If
Magic.
y'all are Black American, I don't know. Because if
I
you
look,
kind of
I
in
agree
like
with
y'all
Magic.
talking about, oh,
I,
y'all get food
Hold on,
stamps, stay at
Magic,
grandma, put
Magic.
the
Hold on,
grandma.
bro. Okay, Magic. I'll mute you, Magic. Okay, the point that we're making. Okay, like prime example, I would not recommend anybody going to Accra, Ghana, without knowing somebody on the ground, right? But and you might not believe me. You can go to Lagos, Nigeria, on your own and not get scammed in the streets when dealing with the vendors. But when you go to places like Accra and they hear that American access, they're going to go for blood. That's just Accra. So but the thing is, Magic, what I'm trying to get at, okay, that does not represent all of Africa. That's just Accra. All right, because so my thing is like Brandon was saying, how about you just go visit? Because this is what happened. Everybody will go bomb rush Accra, have a bad experience, then say Africa is terrible. Versus going to Accra, visiting, okay, I don't like it here, it's not a good fit. Let me try another country. Okay, this country's better, or that country's better. So that's the problem, Magic. All right, Magic, I'm gonna unmute you now. All right, go ahead, Magic.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. But if a person have a experience, that's all I'm saying. Like that's kind of disrespectful to say, oh, their opinion ain't valid if that's how they feel. You know what I'm saying? Then you say, oh, we come over there with negative mind states and everything of that nature. The what this American mind state, but they have a colonized mind state over there. Cause hey, let's be real. Cause they come over here and they disrespect us. Is that not true?
Yo,
So,
Magic. Let me say, Magic. Let me say this.
Hey,
Brother.
Carla, let me get my question
Hold
first.
on, hold on. Yeah, I haven't talked in like I don't know how long. I gotta say this, bro.
go ahead.
I understand what the young brother's saying. Okay, I get that, right? But I guess I'm gonna guess it's a young brother, you're under 30. Is that it?
True.
Okay, young. Okay, so it's a different time period for you and me, right? I'm
Yeah.
52. Okay, I come from a time where black people knew each other from personal experience. There was no internet, there was no camera phones, there was none of that stuff. Yeah, right? We're
Yeah.
living in
Right.
a time, and I just came to the conclusion, right after this election, right? Black people are going to have their opinion, and it's shaped by everything they see online, right? Everybody go. First thing
Nah.
people do. Hold on. I'm gonna say this, brother. The first thing they do is get online, right? They get online for clout. They get online for drama, and more people now. You have a situation, even in the Gambia, where people are making death threats over stuff they saw or heard people say online. It's not no personal interaction to people. You don't feel nobody's human warmth. You don't hear embrace somebody. That's how you gauge a relationship, what you see and everything. Like half the people I meet online, I don't really give a damn about because they're not in my life. They're not doing business with me. They're not in my thing. Now, my problem with these people that get online and do that, right, is what is the ulterior motive? We know that this couple used to be on divorce court, you know, and they were in several other things involving like this drama, right? And I'm saying, okay, that's fine. We got a lot of people that do drama. Hopefully, they'll get their own reality TV show one day. That's what it looks like is they're trying to do, right? Now they're in Ghana. Now there's people over there. The Back to Africa movement is a sacred movement. It's a really sacred movement. Only the people that are really serious about really connecting with their roots in the continent should be going. It's not another thing when she said, "Oh, this is supposed to be your return." Same mentality as they deal with America. Well, I'm in America. I'm entitled this. I'm entitled this. So they go into other.
Big bro, can I say one thing? Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
It's back to Africa. Get to your roots. How would you know Africa is a continent with that speak many languages and
All right, no, I'm
many,
gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to
Black
that.
American go to, so we can just go to any country and say that's our roots. A
Oh
Nigerian
no. Let me say this, brother. Let me say this, brother.
Liberia and say that's my
Colin,
root. That's kind of ignorant.
Oh,
You know
but
what
hey,
I'm
let me make a point.
No.
We
Donnie,
don't need everybody in Africa. Like I have to agree with
Really?
Matt.
saying? I'm not saying
Hold
I know we don't want everybody there, but those are. I'm saying those who don't want to connect with their roots and everything, they should stay in America and don't put it on YouTube.
Colin, wait, hold on, real quick. I just want to ask this brother a simple question. Okay, let me ask you a couple questions, Magic, and don't take it personal or nothing. First question: have you been to Africa?
I was trying to look up on it though and see take a visit, but I ain't gonna never try to stay. I got too much invested out here, and on these young Black American men who in the hood. Well, I got a whole fellowship going on, and
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
And I got hold on, let me. I got businesses out here trying to get these young brothers out here in St. Louis stop killing each other and move these Arabs out and give them jobs. You understand?
Okay, so that's totally commendable, and I appreciate that you're doing that. Okay, now I want to ask you another question. Okay, you have 3 people on this panel who have been to Africa.
Yeah,
I haven't gone to the continent. I'm going in January.
Me, Willie, and
Okay, I'm going to the continent in January.
Okay, look, we've been to Africa.
He said 3. He didn't say 4.
No, I said 3.
Oh, okay. I forgot Willie was here.
So
Willie, okay.
listen, this is the question I want to ask everybody in the audience and you too, Matthew Johnson. You have 3 brothers who've been to the continent, have extensive experience there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have one group of people, the people you called in kind of defending, which is fine, who've been to Africa.
No, I ain't never defending them. I'm just saying.
You're saying we disrespecting them.
No. I would never defend anybody. I was just saying you can't make it seem like they points ain't valid if that's what they experiencing. They coming from America, so they used to a different type of environment. So it's the culture shock.
Why they go to Africa?
But hold on, Colin.
I'm gonna finish this. Then you can go ahead and go. So the culture shock is not them being negative. It's them like, damn, I'm used to this and that, and damn, boom. But it's the culture shock that's have on them. But they probably get how it is when you go to a new place. Like shit, I went to Atlanta. I was like, man, I ain't like it out there. I was like, man, I don't like it out here, man. It ain't like St. Louis, man. These people talk funny. They do things different. If I stayed out there for a while, like, oh, okay. I'm like, man, I'm ready to go home.
So
Yeah,
hold on. Go ahead. I just want to get some perspective real quick. So you got 3 people. You have 3 people been to Africa, extensive experience there, right? And so you got this group of people who've been there one time, right? Now they come out and say a bunch of stuff. We look at their experience. We say, okay, some of what they're saying is valid. Now, some of what they're saying is either just a perspective issue where they're looking at situations totally from the wrong perspective, or it's just kind of a spoiled American type of mindset, right? But this is the problem in our community. Those people who've been there once, suddenly what they're saying is more valid than what the people who have been there several times and who have experience are saying. And when the people who have experience go to try to correct the people who complain, right? They get mad. They want to talk about fighting, and they get hostile. The Bible says the man who rejects correction is a fool. I was on Nakmeezy's channel with KK Squad. I asked him, I said, why would you take your family somewhere you've never been talking about we're moving here, right? He was all hostile with me. Everybody, I was the bad guy. He rejected the common sense question that was asked of him. So what I want to tell you, Magic Johnson, is when you're saying, they have their experience, right? A fool has an experience, and a wise man has an experience too. And a man who's just regular, who doesn't consider himself a fool or wise, has an experience too. Why is it that our people get up on the internet and suddenly the foolish person's experience is the one that they want to take lock, stock, and barrel? That's the God's truth. That's the honest truth. That is the only perspective I need, and that's the one I'm going to base my opinion off.
But
hold on real quick. Hold on. Okay. Just like you didn't like Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you went to Atlanta, were there not grocery stores there? Were there not pharmacies there? Were there not malls there where you can go buy things and not get ripped off?
True.
There's the same things in Africa, Ghana, wherever you go. Ghana, you go to ShopRite. Now, if you go to a local farmer's market in Atlanta trying to buy something and people know you're not from there, there's a chance that they might try to go up on the price on you because the prices are not labeled on the product, right or wrong.
What you be like, Logan? Because I never seen it. I never had the experience, so I can't say right or wrong. So I won't say nothing.
Do you go? Okay, I'll give you an example. Out here, we have these T-shirt stores where you can go buy like a Pro Club or a Pro 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I walk in the store, the Asian lady who sell the Pro 5, she gonna want $10.99 for a 2X Pro 5, right?
Yeah.
But because I've been going there a while, I'm gonna be like, nah, I know you get them for $7 downtown LA or $5. I'll give you $7. And she said, okay, $7 and give it to me, and I'll go and buy my business.
Yo, let me get a word in.
Hold on, Woody. Hold on, real quick. Willie. I'm making my point. So, because I'm a local, there's a certain thing I know about that place to where I can haggle to get the price I want. But if you went to that same store, walking in, and she's like, he's not from here, never seen him, she's gonna hold to that $10.99 price. Like, no, $10.99. That is everywhere on the globe. Why should we?
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's a set price. That's a set price. If you cool with them and everything, that's like, come on now. Now you know that's a very different situation.
No.
Set
If
price,
you want
and you backing the person down, that's different.
Magic,
you know,
Bro,
that,
Magic, if you travel to India, Thailand, anywhere on earth, you're gonna get haggling. This is not just an Africa thing. I've been to Thailand. They charge me they rip me off every day there. That's just part of life. I don't know why you guys are getting so butthurt about that. What?
But Magic, if you don't want to worry about getting ripped off, you would just go to Target and buy your T-shirt because Target gonna have the same price no matter where you go. That's what I'm telling you.
No. I'm not even thinking. It. I'm just saying. I was just saying about the people experience if they experienced that and they felt like it was disingenuous,
Magic. Let me ask you a question, brother. Yeah. It's like all right. This is what I will say to a lot of people, right? Because I know nation building in Africa is the end game. I know it's the truth, right? So that's why I say I don't get into these debates and everything, right? Do you have I see what you're trying to help the people tell me this all the time, right? Look, I care about the people in the hood and everything like that. We're trying to build here, and I'm all for that and everything, right? But what if one out of how many young men do you work with?
Hold on, it's just let me unmute him. It's just he has a lot of background noise.
Oh my bad.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Magic, how many young men and people do you work with? Just say, give me a rough associate number.
Probably, I'm up to like 15. Got little boys and little girls club.
Okay, all right, you do that, right? What if one of those boys say, you know something, right? I'm gonna become an engineer, right? I'm gonna become an engineer, and I really I heard about this project going on in Nigeria that's building. Maybe one day I can work for Aliko Dangote. Now, would you discourage him? I want to live in Africa. I want to work for Aliko Dangote. My dream job is to have an intern and work with Aliko Dangote. Something like this on the continent. Now, but based on what you heard from K&K, right? Would you discourage them and say discourage him or her and say, don't go there because K&K this, with K&K this, K&K. Let me finish, right? Or would you say, you know something? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, right? Like that, and you would not tell them about K&K because that was just their experience. Let them experience for themselves if they tried to work for Aliko Dangote. What would you do?
Of course, this is why I said it was their experience. I ain't never say it'll be everybody's experience. If he wanted to do that and he wanted to pursue that, I'm up here to uplift him. I'm not. I'm trying to uplift the kids. I'm like, if he thinks that's something he could pursue out there
But you
and make
but
himself.
Magic, you know, and I know how impressionable black people are, right? When you talk about going to Africa and whatnot, they use any
But
excuse,
but
Negro stone
All right.
tactics, to say,
Well, listen,
no,
listen.
that's kind of a wide general. Like that's nah. I
yeah, but
Nah,
you
man.
know, but that, but
Actually,
that,
no, no, no,
it's
no, no,
true,
no. Because these young kids over in North St. Louis, they come to the class every day. I lost a few from gang violence. Little 14-year-old, little 16-year-old. You know what I mean? Getting gunned down. You know.
how many people getting gunned down in Ghana?
But
Look, we
that's
have
not
to be
what I'm
honest. Not
saying.
every
I'm
Black American is going
Ghana ain't
to be.
got Ghana ain't handing
Hold on, bro.
out.
hold on, hold on.
Hand out guns like that.
Let me just get this point out.
Magic, are you Magic? Hold on, Magic. Magic. Let me finish. Willie, then Willie, you go next. All right, Magic,
Okay,
you said,
okay. Go ahead.
no, Matt. Okay, go ahead, Willie. Go ahead, Willie.
Yeah, so I think that what K&K is doing is actually necessary because a lot of Black Americans are not suited for Africa. Like I was watching the show earlier today about Senegal. They don't have toilet paper. Now people need to know that because you
Well,
don't
we
want
don't need to know
to go
that,
over
man.
there and get a culture shock and become turned off to Africa. They need to have some basic expectations. And so the first video I ever watched on Search for Uhura was, I think, in Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal. You were eating like this bread, this sandwich on the side of the road.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was rough. But I'm like, wow, this dude is actually gonna eat this. I was really impressed by that because it shows commitment, right? That's the kind of people we need in Africa. People who can see all the challenges, and there's a lot of challenges, and still be committed to it. That's the sort of people we need. And if K&K scares off lukewarm people, that's really not a big loss for us. I actually welcome that. We need Africa is not for soft people. There's going to be a lot of rough
Well,
stuff.
my only problem is this though. These people probably were. I don't think they're really doing this because they're trying to warn anybody about it. They're trying to discredit the whole movement, right? Because when they made the comment about this is supposed to be the year of return, this is supposed to be like, look, they're trying to basically you do things to discredit the whole
They're
movement.
dream
You know,
killers. What they
Hold
are.
up,
that's all it
hold
is.
up.
You know, I don't believe that. You know that. You
Y'all
know
ain't
that.
gonna let me get a talk. Y'all ain't gonna let me get a word
Hold on.
in.
Magic, I just
Yeah.
want to make this point real quick, and then you can talk all you want to. K&K Squad are basically what you call a dream killers. Their purpose is to discourage you. We can't make it, so you can't make it because it's bad. The point we have to understand is this, and this settles it all. Our people have a negative mindset, so negativity is held in higher esteem than anything truthful or positive. 100 people can have a positive experience, but our people will hang their hat on one negative experience and formulate an entire opinion on that based because it validates their preconceived notion. So when anybody comes in talking about, well, that's their opinion. One of the main problems with our people is every damn body thinks that they deserve to have an opinion. Nobody on the internet with two chins talking about they can't find hot Cheetos deserves to have an opinion about nothing serious because that's some shit that a kid is thinking about.
Yeah, wait. They said they got
Hold
6
up,
people with them.
I don't care if and I don't care if the hot Cheetos wasn't the point. The point is you're a grown ass woman with children and you're sitting up bringing up snacks as a criteria for why a place is uninhabitable. You're a person.
Hold up.
What happens when the real work starts? That's just a complainer. That's a liability. So why are we even discussing them? Why do we even care what they think? Let's focus on the positive and the people who have a positive experience there who are actually doing work.
There's an old saying that the truth lie spreads around the world 50 times before the truth has a chance to even get its shoes on.
But check this out, right? The reason you know how that's a lie, right? Because the whole thing, you know how I found K&K Squad. I didn't even know they channel. it was a motherfucking Gambian. I mean, a person who told me, African who told me about it. I'm like, huh? Then they like, yeah, they trying to disparage us. They're agents. I'm like, what you talking about? I went on there, now listened to them. I'm like, if you listen to them, they have valid facts about
He warned you.
situations. Hold up. Listen. They talking about their experience and things like that of that nature. And what you said, our people don't have a negative mind state because our people been
Yeah, they
building
do. That's what
in
you're
this.
working with.
Black people are negative,
Magic.
man. Let answer.
My,
Man.
well, hey, my people, Black American people, we've been building in this country for a long time and being prospering for a long time in this country against all type of oppression. So I would say,
Hold on, Magic. I disagree because right now, Magic, hold on. You got black people who think the Proud Boys are a bigger threat to black people versus some of the kids you deal with the
that's
same.
a small majority. Do you?
Man, please,
Where I'm at, nobody proud. Can I? You in a whole different country. I'm gonna give you a perspective from a Black American. I've been to
He's in
Detroit.
Atlanta.
Hold on, Magic. What do you mean I'm in a whole different country? What are you talking about?
Hold up. I'm talking about yeah, you in a whole a different country, ain't you?
What country?
No,
Hold on, Carla. What country am I in, Magic?
I said you said you in a whole different country, right?
Oh no, I did not. What country am I in, Magic?
What, you in America right now?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
You in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
And you know them boys, most majority of black people ain't talking about no Proud Boys.
Man, Magic.
I've been to Philly. I've been
They
to
gonna get us, the Proud Boys. They gonna get us. Oh.
Magic.
Man,
Magic. The
nobody
guy who told you about
said
KKK.
Hold on. Let me finish.
I'm in there with the people every day. They ain't worrying about that. They worrying about what is my kids gonna be safe, everything like that, and they ain't worrying about no motherfucking cops either. They worry about, hey, is the gang violence gonna go down? Hey, if we don't get more opportunities, these is what the men and the women of these communities are talking about. Nobody ain't worrying about no white supremacy. We got bigger problems where I'm from. Like, we trying to get kids. Hold up, listen. Can I see if y'all keep interrupting me? Come on now. This is what we trying to establish over here, to say we got a negative mind state. That is very false, because hey, if y'all are Black Americans, y'all should know where y'all came from and where y'all came up to be in this country, to be the most emulated motherfucking culture on this world. And y'all been traveling. I've been
Look, the mindset is what you're. Well, hold on real quick, because you said something that's very disingenuous. You said that we don't have a negative mindset, but what you're literally dealing with every single day stems from a negative mindset. When people are killing people who look like them, that comes from a negative mindset.
But the whole thing, I could say that about Nigeria, about the
okay, but we're not talking about Nigeria. We're talking about us.
But I'm saying I could say that too. It's gonna be negative in it's gonna be negative anywhere when you got to start. But when you start,
no, it's not gonna be negative anywhere. If you go somewhere, hold on real quick. If you go somewhere, hold on real quick. If you go somewhere with a negative mindset, negative things are going to be attracted to you. That's just the way it is. And what I want to tell you is this too. You're saying that K&K squad, the guy, it's like me saying, hey, bro, there's some doo-doo in the grass over there. Watch out. You walked and stepped in the doo-doo, right? That guy, the Ghanaian, warned you. He said they're disparaging our country. They're talking negativity about our country, misrepresenting it. You went and watched it and said they have some valid factual points. How do you know what they're saying?
No, but I'm saying,
on, bro.
But the whole thing, I'm gonna let you answer. No, but the whole thing, right? If you watch that video, when I say
how do you know that it's true? How do you know that anything they're saying is true? That's my question.
They documented it. That's the
How
whole
do you know that what they're saying is true, bro?
We didn't see no evidence. I didn't see any evidence, bro. You know, I say they lost out. They said she said she spent $130 a day on transportation. That don't even sound logical.
Hold up, listen, right? This is the crazy point. You cannot see any evidence but they got it on camera. Go watch the video. If they have it on camera, I'm not gonna dispute. I can't dispute the footage. I wouldn't know from motherfucking. I wouldn't know the difference from paint. But hey, if I see it on camera, they got a new video up when they were talking about when they came there, motherfucker was trying to say motherfucker had a COVID test and motherfucker trying to scam. I'm like, damn, they really did that, and they really
let me
did that.
Magic, right? Magic. Let me ask you a question, right, between you and me. Do you
Yeah.
think they got a heads up before they even came to Ghana? Everyone knew about Ghana was going to do that. You would come there, and we also knew that if you're basically hold on, if you're quarantined, it's going to be at your own expense. Everybody was warned before they got on that plane, everything like that. It's like that in several African countries, right? They knew that, and they went there anyway, right? They said, okay, and then when it happened, they made a big thing out of it, right? Now they could basically be like, okay. They could be genuine, say, look, that's not right. But the law, the rules and regulation was the rules and regulation. You knew that.
What was the rules? Explain them.
The rules and regulation was Kevin tested positive, right? He had to be quarantined for 14 days, and call a scam, call it whatever you want. But African countries need money. They said you're going to be quarantined in a hotel. They put you in a hotel in isolation at your own expense.
Hold on. So you say call it a scam, call it what you want. African countries need money. Ain't that funny? So you just justify what
every country. I'm not justifying it, but it's a rule, bro.
Hold on. Okay, look, I live in America, bro. Wait, hold on. Let me give you some perspective. I live in America. The house I live in, I own it. This land I own, I bought it with my own money.
You in America right now?
Yes.
Yeah,
hold on, bro.
In California.
The house that I own, right? If I park a car on the front of my lawn, right? If I pull a broken down car on the front of my lawn, my property that I paid for, they will fine me. The city of Long Beach will fine me for having a broken down car on my property. So when you talk about stuff being a scam, you have to understand, bro, you live in America. You're getting scammed every freaking day. But it's not a scam because it's the laws of the land. So what you and K squad have a problem with.
And Brandon, let me.
And these countries, Africa got laws.
Hold on, Kala. And then Brandon, on top of that, in California, if your car is parked on your lawn, you'll get a ticket for that. And then if your tag is expired, they will tow your car off of your lawn.
Yeah. So it's not a scam. It's the law of the land. If you don't want to get scammed when you go buy a hot dog in Ghana, go to the grocery store where all the labels are clearly, the prices are labeled on the product. If you want to take your butt to the open air market, just like when you go to an open air market in California, those people will fluctuate the prices based on who you are. If I go to Huntington Beach to the farmer's market at Golden West College, they will give me a higher price than they're going to give the Huntington Beach local who knows exactly where they got that product from and knows exactly the cost. Bro, these people aren't getting scammed. These people don't like the rules. They don't like the rules.
Right.
Hold on.
Like they're ballers, and they're not.
No,
and when you walk around projecting the image of being rich,
the rules.
She said she was a dentist and she was making $1 million a year. So what's $900?
What's the rules though?
The rules are right there. They tell you right there. The COVID test. You're right there. If you don't have it, they're gonna test you. And they should have had their COVID test before they came there.
Spend 14 days in there because they just wanted the money. So
that's a rule.
That means there was a scam, right?
It was not a scam. It was a law. The rules. Before you got there, you knew.
Right. Then he ended up negative, but they got the money.
How can you be scammed?
They just wanted the money.
Magic Johnson, how can you be scammed if they warned you ahead of time of what you would have to do if you came over there without your test? Bro, if you go to Kenya, there's no cost.
Okay, Brandon, hold on. Okay, so catch me up. So what happened with this COVID test? What happened?
They got a test over there, and the man came back positive, and then he had to self-quarantine at his own.
Yeah, that's the rules.
Yes, that's the rule.
He didn't. But the whole thing, right?
Yo, bro. Africa has laws.
It was a false test.
How was it a false test?
They showed you that it was a false test. He got it's a video up right now. They paid the money. Then they got a negative reading next.
Okay, so it's not the PCR test that's happening even in America, but if it's a false test, everybody in their family would, if the test was a scam to get money, they would have just gave everybody in the family a false test, then got more money by making them retest. Magic, you can't say that that's a scam because the test was inaccurate. There's a lot of tests for COVID that are inaccurate, only 70% accurate, bro. What they're doing is they're magnifying the issue and then say, "Oh, see, this is an example of how they're scamming."
Why you should come here?
I could show you 100 damn things in America that if I showed you that shit on video, I could try to make it seem like this.
But what about forget that? What about the price hikes they give Americans?
Bro,
let me say this. Hey, Magic.
Just don't
Magic.
visit Africa. Because what
Magic.
like is that you're just
hold on. Let Will go. Hold on. Go ahead, Will. Go ahead, Will.
Look, someone who's not about it is not going to be about it. We're wasting time talking to this dude. If getting charged a higher price
this
is
what this
enough
dude
to
want,
scare you
right?
away from Africa, stay in your fucking hood, bro.
Hey,
Can
I ask you one thing? Where is you from, Willie?
I live in the Southeast.
Where is you from?
I was born in the U.S.
Where is your from? Where is your people from?
Okay, I'm from Nigeria, but I was born in the U.S.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you will have a different perspective.
Look,
so,
man, I've been all over the world. I've been to Thailand. Everywhere you go, listen, bro. Everywhere you go, they'll charge tourists more. That's normal. Like if you're so scared of that, stay in your hood.
But this guy, he talking about it ain't for everybody. How you gonna tell what's
Hold on. Magic. This is my last. Magic, do you have a passport?
Yeah, I just told you.
Have you been out the country?
Yes.
Where have you been?
I've been in England, Jamaica.
Yeah, mine.
In any informal market, they charge. It's called.
Willie, let me say this, right? When I go over to Liberia, right? You know what I'm planning to do? I'm taking thousands of dollars with me, right? And I cannot wait. Maybe because of my first experience, right?
Hey,
maybe I'll take some time. Hold. Let me say.
Let Willie finish.
Yeah, I mean, that's all my point is. Like, if you can't haggle, then you're just not built for this, man. If you're that soft, then stick to what you know. I don't even watch videos about Africa because
most Nigerians apparently not for America. Like, let's be honest, Nigerians don't come over here to the Black American community because y'all ain't built for it. Like,
come on, man. Let's not start this shit. What I'm telling you is this, bro. When I go to Africa, my first time going, I got in a Uber, right? I didn't know the guy. I said, "Hey, I want to go shopping." I said, "If I give you a little extra money, will you walk around the shops with me and make sure I don't get scammed?" The dude said, "Okay, I'll take care of you." We get there. I go in. I say, "How much is this?" They tell me the price. I give him a look. He nods. He shakes his head no. And then I say, "Oh, no, I won't pay that." And then the guy talks a little bit in Swahili. And then the guy says, "Okay, I can offer you this." And then the guy says a little more. And then he offers a little more. If I felt like it's not worth that, I'm going to walk away.
Exactly. If it's too expensive, just don't buy it.
Hey, look.
Just walk away, bro. It ain't that hard.
Willie,
if it's too expensive, walk away. And Willie, 9 times out of 10, they will chase you down and offer you a lower price. Stop being so soft, bro.
Bro, look.
It ain't that serious.
Dinus, how much is this bottle of water worth? Would you say one bottle of water?
In Long Beach?
Anywhere. How much would you say this is worth to you?
At the most, if I'm hella thirsty, $1.50, depending on
$1.50, right? Or $1. So if you in Kenya or anywhere in Africa, and someone tries to charge you $5 for this, will you pay that amount?
Hell no.
Okay, that's what it takes to have.
Okay, I see where you guys are. So man,
dumb.
Yeah, Magic. Okay. Oh, right. So Magic. So okay, here we go, Magic. So now, did anybody force them to pay those high prices for those products?
No.
I see what you guys are saying now, because I will walk away. I'm not paying that.
That's what you do. Just walk off. But if you want to complain, you're gonna hold on to, because 9 times out of 10, they probably never even paid that amount. But they'll come back and make a YouTube video. Oh, they tried to get us because they understand if we give black people what they want, which is negativity, right? They'll respond to that.
YouTube channels,
and bro,
YouTube
look,
views.
it's no coincidence. Art Kathy got you in with the negativity. This K got you in with the negativity. We can go down the list of YouTube channels that came in purely based on negativity, and within 2 to 3 weeks, they had thousands of followers. Now, a guy who has positivity, guess what he's gonna get? He's gonna get 10, maybe 11 followers every week, or 20 followers a week.
And guess who their followers was? It's not African Americans. They was what? Who was they? They were Africans. Wait,
No, their followers are mostly African Americans, ADOS people.
Hold up, listen. If you go down a comment, it's all Africans trying to dispute what they saying. You ain't got no Black Americans, because you really like. Come on now, I know my people. Like I'm here every day with my people. No regular African American looking on by the thousands, 100,000, or looking online talking about. Hold up, what's they doing out there in Africa? Half of the motherfuckers don't even know Africa is a
but Magic. One thing I will say, check this out. One thing I will say is this: there's a lot of African Americans. So let me tell you, most YouTube videos, right? The monetized YouTube, right, is geared towards African Americans because this is where the money's at. There's no money made on views in Africa. The views have to come. If you want to make money on YouTube, it has to be in the U.S. market.
Africa, it'd be Africans who.
Yeah, there's a lot of African Americans
in London, in the UK, in the US, and they ain't even in fucking Africa trying to defend Africa.
Right. It's a remember I told you a little while ago. I said this is what we call this is your era. This is what we call the Matrix. You know, this YouTube Matrix, where it's an alternate reality. People who are into Pan Africans like that online is a cyber community. That's what it is. The cyber community. And then, hold on. But what I'm saying is this though. It's not area specific, right? Because Brandon's in California, Dinah's is in Atlanta, I'm in Virginia, and whoever's we're all over the place. But when we come to these platforms, right? We're like a force. It's like a force. So therefore, you got people all over. You got African Americans who live in all over. I don't know if you know that, but you have a lot of African Americans who live on the continent.
After you're done, I'm gonna ask a question. Go ahead, big brother.
Okay. Now, my point I'm trying to make is this, right? Now, I hear what you're saying, right? But sometimes I can read people, right? Like I said, okay, they had when I watched KK, they had some all right points and everything. But it seems to me that they were forewarned about everything that they're going through. That's what it seemed to me. Somebody said, "Well, why are you doing this? They're wearing an Airbnb. You could have got an apartment over here." You know, they chose everything they chose to do. You got 6 kids. Why are you gonna bring a whole family over here? And they said they transportation. Wouldn't it be easy to buy a car? You had all that money. Why didn't you just buy a car? Why are you paying all the money for transportation?
Dumbass is a dumbass. When a stupid person goes to
Ghana, I think that's why I say that I think people are doing this on purpose to discredit the whole movement.
Hold on. Let's get some order. Hold on. Guys, hit that like button again. Please hit the like button. We have almost 500 people watching. Again, please hit the like button. Hit that like button. Please hit the like button. Go ahead, Willie.
Yeah, I mean, some people are just stupid. Like, I don't want to be mean, but that's what it is. Like, if you're not smart enough to know that paying $100 a day for a car is a bad idea, then,
I don't think they're stupid. I think this is deliberate. I really do. You know, like I said, I have a different perspective. You know,
let me finish, Colin. Go ahead, Willie.
No, I'm good. That's my point on that.
All right, but hey, Magic Johnson, we appreciate you coming on, brother. Thank you for coming on, Magic Johnson. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, good call, man. Good debate, brother. I think he was on before. I think we had him on before. You know, and he sounds familiar. He's on a different name.
All right, guys. If you want to call in, we'll take a couple more callers. Email me. Search. Hold on. Guys, if you want to call in, email me Uhuru at searchforuhuru.com. Uhuru at searchforuhuru.com. Again, if you would like to call in, email me at Uhuru at searchforuhuru.com, and I will send the link. The link is in the chat room. All right, go ahead, Brandon.
Hey, this is what I'm asking, Dinus. We got a brother. I mean, he hopped on, but the thing is, what you're going to realize is there has to be a separation amongst our people. And it doesn't even have to be a physical separation, but an ideological separation. You have people like the brother who just hopped off. He wants to believe that negative shit. He wants to believe that K&K is telling him the total truth. That's like somebody who wants to believe that WWE wrestling is real. You're not going to be able to convince them that this shit is fake. Even if you slow motion it down and they can see that the punches aren't even connecting. And what I was asking him was like, people who are on the same level of intelligence, they identify with each other. Or it makes sense to me, so that it must be right. But when you tell this person, if 20 people had a positive experience and one person had a negative experience, it's like a review on Google or Yelp. You go on, you go listen to the 20 positive reviews. You do go look at the one negative review, but if you look at it for what it is, you can see, okay, this person probably just has like a vendetta out against them. Maybe it's an
I'm guilty. I'm guilty of that, bro. I'm guilty.
Yeah.
When I go on reviews and whatnot, I scroll down to the negative. I look at the negative, and that's what I go with. You know,
right.
I can be all positive. I just get a one negative, and I'm like, well, geez, you know,
right?
Yeah, I ain't buying that.
And we don't know the person. We don't know the person writing that negative review, so we don't understand the context of it. So it's best to go with the majority. If it's an overwhelming majority positive, go with the positive reviews. But
I got changed then. I always go with the negative.
We don't know who K&K Squad is. We don't know where they came from. They were just here all of a sudden. But
they were in divorce court.
Right. You got thousands of our people who are like, no, whatever they say, that's the God's honest truth. And look, they documented it. Bro, do you understand that people know how to use video to make it seem like something like George Floyd, right? They're like, oh, the cop was on George Floyd's neck. Now the cop could be like, yo, look, what you didn't see off camera was the dude pulled a gun on me, right? But you did see me. They could have put a gun on the ground and just panned the camera over to the gun and brought it back to George Floyd, and every black person would be saying, well, he did pull a gun on the cop, and it would be over, right? We wouldn't understand unless we were there. And what I'm telling you is, if Dynas went to Africa, to Ghana, and survived, if Willie's been to Africa and Ghana and survived, and they didn't feel the need to jump on the internet, you got all the people, you got a whole damn African-American community in Ghana, and they don't feel the need to jump on the internet talking about every single negative little thing. If that's what you're using,
or talk about anything at all. Most people, I'm sure, want their privacy. You know, they want the intimate moments saved. I don't understand why does everybody remember the movie in 1984, Big Brother? You know, we're doing it ourselves. Why are we spying on each other? Every little thing, you go take a dump and whatnot. Sweet juicy mama, man. She was in the outhouse today. She blew it up, man. I mean, every little thing, man. Jeez.
If you look at negative things, right, and you use that as the basis of making decisions, then that means there's a problem with you. And our Einstein said, be aware of negative people. They have a problem for every solution. So now what K&K Squad and different people have successfully done is they've killed your dream. You've allowed some double neck person and some crazy dude who always want to fight everybody to kill your dream of going to Ghana or going to Africa or going
thug life in Ghana.
Yeah. So basically, you let these people steal your future. You let them steal your plans. So what you gonna do now? Because I guarantee you, in my heart of hearts, I believe K&K Squad is having a great time over in Ghana, because I don't know one rich person who will go to Africa.
They're making money. They're making money off YouTube now, so they're monetized YouTube, and they're selling for Black America.
They probably get paid just to make the negative videos for all.
Oh, they probably that's what I'm saying. That too.
Yeah, but look, I don't know one person who's making a bunch of money, right? Who actually would be in a place they don't like and have a bunch of other countries right in the vicinity of that place and not just hop on a plane and go and visit those other places.
Well, look at Mark Blank. Look at Mark Blank. You didn't see him on YouTube complaining?
No, you don't hear anybody complaining except for the lowliest intellectually among us, bro. If Dynas, if you went over there, or Kala went over there, or Lou,
I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna have a ball.
I would say there's maybe something, or Black Ambassadors or Willie. I would say maybe there's something to this. Maybe it's not the right place. But these people think they're wealthy, talking about a mansion that costs $100,000. immediately I know these people's minds aren't even dwelling in reality.
If you said $175,000, $150,000 for a mansion back in.
I need to sell this bitch and go move and buy me 8 mansions in Georgia because
it don't. You're not gonna find it. That was back in the late '90s. You get you 100.
So when you hear these people already telling you one blatant ass lie, oh, I got container shipped here and all this stuff. You ain't seen no container. You ain't seen. You ain't seen them come out no container. They ain't even took you down to customs. Nothing. But all our people, just like the lady on here, Diners, who was just nothing but a black box, talking about how she had a net worth of $500,000, all this BS. There were people in the comments believing that shit. And black.
What was this? I must have missed this. What show was this?
Internet, so it must be true. When you realize that a lot of our people get their information from memes they see on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah. That's how they voted for Biden. The orange man, the memes and everything, you know. And black people, I'm gonna tell you right now. I know we're gonna get back on the subject. Black America is good. But let's take a prediction now. How long is it gonna take till black people start saying, "Man, we had it better under Trump"? You know. Wish we had Trump back, you know.
A year.
No, I think it's gonna be less than that. I would say by the summer. If this lockdown COVID so I'll say by the summer.
Now that Trump is out of office, I think the whole back to Africa thing might die out. Because
we're not stopping anything. Trump had nothing to do with this.
No,
we formed the BAL way before Trump.
Carla, we're not talking about that. He's talking about the people,
the masses, the young masses. I think that was what was making interest in Africa grow. And now that Biden's in there, you know, things might change. It might die out, and that's unfortunate. Yeah, what's up,
Willie? How does a person who walks onto a car lot and leaves that car lot with a new car, but a 28% interest rate on their loan, how can they go anywhere and complain about being scammed?
Yeah, you're right.
And we're doing that every freaking day.
I mean, if you're a mark, you're a mark. You're going to be a mark anywhere you go. So, I mean, you know, when I see people complaining about being scammed, you can always go back and look at their behavior and they've done something wrong. Like, if you watch yourself and you're aware of your surroundings, that stuff won't happen to you. You just gotta. It's all about accountability. Take accountability for yourself and your actions, and you'll be all right.
Hey, how much does character play in it? Because me just listening to K Squad talk for 3 minutes, I personally don't like them at all.
I don't either.
So what if you're giving that same energy when you're in Ghana? You know, a lot of people do shit just because they don't like you. You know, people will not offer you a good deal because they don't like you. Some people will be like, this is a likable guy. So even the people they might be using to take them places to kind of be their guide, they might not even like you. And they walk around with an arrogant mindset. And I'm telling you, I know, I can tell when they walk around, they're walking around with their nose upturned to Africans, treating every African like they're not doing nothing but trying to scam them. I know, because I know people who do that everywhere. And when you treat people with that type of attitude, they are not going to be friendly with you. Now, Dinus, would you bet your last dollar that they're probably walking around Ghana with an elitist attitude?
Well, yeah, I'm from America. I do this and everything. Yeah.
With that neck. Terrible. But anyways, but
I mean, if you're worried about corruption and all that stuff, go to Rwanda. They really don't have corruption in Rwanda because their leader Paul Kagame really cracked down on it.
Yeah, so if your ass go over there talking like that in Rwanda, you might end up missing.
Yeah.
Well, we just have to there's always an option. Like, people need to stop, looking at something as the end of the road. Look for this.
It's only when you talk about Africa. Did black people get their ass kicked every day in America or whatnot? You couldn't pry them away from the same. You have to. It's like nobody's trying to drag you to the continent. I always say they don't even want other people who want to go there to go there, because in their mind, America's it. That's all we could focus on. Having this conversation right here is dangerous to these people. Another option. Even what's going to really trap them. When Biden gets inaugurated, we're still going to be on these platforms saying the same thing. And that's what's really going to piss them off.
Colin, you know what's funny? Every time these dudes made a video, their kids were in a swimming pool. Oh, y'all go get in the pool. Oh, they in the pool over there. They in the pool. I'm like, damn, y'all sure is doing a lot of swimming in a place.
It's vain. It's vanity. If you can't pick up on vanity and stuff like that. Like I said, when I plan to go to the continent, right? And if I see an African American over there haggling with a poor lady at a market over 50 cents, I'm gonna smack him upside the head. What the hell you doing? You know?
Hey, bro,
Oh,
if
that's
I
what
go to the grocery store and get bologna and meat, you'll never scam me on food because I'll just go to the grocery store and buy me some stuff to eat.
I don't see me. I don't mind paying extra. If I go to the continent, my first time I'm gonna be so excited. I'm like, yo, what? Hey, here's another $1. Here, go right ahead. You know, go right ahead. That's how I am.
More tips. When I first went, I was tipping people $5 and $10.
Oh man, that's how I'm gonna be, man. I'm gonna be like, yo, giving my money away, man. I'm putting money into the culture, man.
Yeah.
I'm contributing to the promise. Liberia is the promised land. I'm contributing money to a country that my ancestors built. So that's an honor for me.
My friend took my money, literally. She was like, "Give me your money," and I was like, "Why?" She said, "Because you just pay. You people are gonna look at you like you're some type of crazy person." Or I tried to get. Let me tell you one experience I had. I tried to give a little girl $10. We was walking down the street in this place in Kenya called South B in Nairobi. Walking down the street, some little kids, they walk in, right? The kids are just chilling. They look like they're coming from school or whatever. And so one of them said something to me because I'm probably like the biggest person they ever saw in their life. And I start talking to them, and I'm like, oh, so I said, I talked to my friend. I said, man, I want to give these little kids something, like to buy some candy or something. So I start giving them. So like 1,000 shillings is like $10. So I was like, I'll give this little girl $10, and she'll go, and tell her to go buy her friend some candy or whatever. They speak English too. The girl would not take my money. She was like, her eyes got as big as like, they were huge. And she was like, I try to hand her like, here, take it. And she's looking like scared. And so then I'm like, why does she want to take my money? My friend was like, look, if that little girl goes home with $10, her parents are going to beat her because they're going to think that she did something crazy to get that $10, right? So my point is, everybody is not trying to scam you in Africa.
That's true. If you pick up money off the ground in Nigeria as a kid, you'll get in trouble for that. Like my parents told me, like if you see money on the ground, don't pick it up. Like it's everyone in Africa is not out to take your money. I'm really glad you brought that up because it's really true. Like there's yeah.
No, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. But when you walk around with a mindset like, ooh, let me go look for something negative to say, you never have the chance to learn anything because you are going there with a elitist, snooty attitude, like you already know how everything is supposed to be. And when you're like that, you will not be able to learn, and you're truly not. Like, I feel bad for K because they're not able to truly get the experience of Africa. Because one, the wife has a big mouth and doesn't know when to shut up, and the husband's just kind of like a yes man. Whatever she says, he's just back there like, yeah, okay, it's a horrible situation. So don't be like that. Go there to learn. Go there with an open mind and an open heart. If something doesn't feel right to you, let your intuition guide you, okay? If you feel like, oh, they're trying to charge me $5 American for a pack of crackers, then there's something that's not right there. And you say, bro, I'll walk up and tell them what I'm willing to give them. And sometimes what I'm willing to give them is a little more than what it's worth. And they'll say, okay. Other times they'll try to, oh, I'm going to get up. Like, if you go to my channel and watch me shopping, one dude was calling me a white person. He was saying like I was like a white person, but he didn't think I knew Swahili. And then I started talking to him like, nah, bro, you call me a white, you more white than me, because he did have a British accent. And then everybody around started laughing because they know me by now. They're like, this dude's not playing. But I go there, I stick to my guns, I don't go above my price. I could show you some stuff I got. This, look right here. This lion right here, right, Dinus? See this lion? I bought this in Kenya in the market, right? When I bought this in Kenya, the dude tried to charge me $20 for this. $20. Now, most people would say, oh, that's worth $20. It's a big-ass wooden lion, bigger than my freaking head, and that's pretty big, right? You know how much I paid for this, Dinus? Dinus, guess how much I paid for this?
$5.
I paid like $2 for this. I paid $2, 200 Kenyan shillings for this. $2. Why? Because I'm not dumb. I said, dude, if I bought, I said to my mom, I said, if I went into the Chinese 99-cent store in America, how much would this thing cost? Probably about $2 to $3 or $4 maximum. And since I know somebody carved this out by hand and they probably got 50 cents to make it, it can't be worth more than $2 or $3. So I offered the guy 200. He tried to press on 20. I said, all right, walked away. He came running with this thing and was like, okay, I'll give you. I paid $2 for this, Dynas. $2. Now, how many of us would have got over there, got all freaking crazy, like, oh my God, I'm in Africa, and paid 20. And if you could afford 20, it's worth the whole 20 for you. But because I've been there several times, I know this guy probably has 1,000 he's sitting at his house, and he goes to the market every day and just sells them for $20 to tourists and probably $2 or $3 to people who are locals. That's what you got to know. But you not thinking. People are not thinking, and then they want to complain. Use your brain. And this thing's pretty heavy too. Yeah, it's wood. It hurts your damn finger when you knock on it. But yeah, people will pay $20, but I paid $2. That's me because I was haggling, and I was okay with walking away. We have a consumer mindset.
Hey, Brandon, let me ask you a question. Brandon, let me ask you a question. I'm looking at two screens. You're still talking right now. Anyway, check this out. Now in Liberia, which I'm going, right? I seen a guy, and as you know, the Liberian dollar is so hyperinflated, right?
You're right.
If somebody says, "Here's your change back," right, and it's like $1, right? You got to take a bundle of these old Liberian bills.
Right.
Wouldn't it be more cost effective to say just keep the change? You know, I'm not carrying around those dirty bills. It's like bundles. It's like oh, this is your change, $2, and we're like, it'd be like 10 bundles. I'm like, I ain't carrying that around. I'm like, yo, look, because all my Liberian friends, you don't want to do that. I said, look, man, I'm not carrying.
Colin,
just
no bundles. Bro, don't worry about nothing, bro. Now, if it's a ridiculous price, don't pay it. But just go like you already got the right mindset because you're just there to learn. And let me tell you,
I'm there to spend money. I'm there to learn.
When you handing out money, everyone becomes your friend. And when you go there, you want to make friends. Now, you got some people, you're going to go to Africa, and some people going to be like, nah, bro, I got it. You know what I'm saying? When I landed in South Africa, my boy Lasego was like, nah, bro, put your money away. I got you. He was paying for everything for me. Now, that's the difference. You don't got to be a tightwad, and you don't got to put people.
Why does everybody got a hard on for my passport? Everybody want to keep saying my passport. God damn, we talked that show
before. But
it's my passport. Gee, brand new.
What's Liberia?
It's me in there. See? Oh, Liberia's gonna be heaven, man. Liberia's like it's as poor as it is. It's gonna be heaven. You know what I mean? I'm gonna love it.
I'm excited for you, bro. I was thinking about it.
What's up, Willie?
You've been to Liberia, right?
Yeah, I was there last December.
What's it like?
Liberia, it's cool. I mean, it's cool. It's still, you can still see the effects of the Civil War, the last Civil War. But I mean, I think people, it's kind of like, so Liberia and Sierra Leone is kind of like an Afro fusion, where we have all these black cultures that have came together, and it's kind of developed a whole new culture. That's why I love Liberia.
It's like Detroit and Harlem. It's like Harlem in the South, like Charleston, South Carolina, something like that. So.
Yeah, here, Ivory Coast has got really good infrastructure.
Yeah, Ivory Coast is nice too. Ivory Coast is nice. I love Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is nice.
Yeah. If people said anybody get a passport, I would have been in a continent already had it not been for COVID-19. I was planning to go in May. But all the stuff broke out and stuff like my plans are for a thing, but now they're talking about another round of COVID, so we don't know what's going to happen.
Man, listen,
the vaccine came out, so we might be good.
Yeah, but they're saying we might not get it till April. We might not be getting it. It's a China first policy.
Look, I'm not even going to take it. I believe in vaccines, but
we gotta stop being conspiracy, man. We gotta stop being conspiracy.
Hold on. We call my boy Kyle Payne. Fur face, Hank, dribbling body. Take your hat off. Take your hat.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can only hear like.
Yeah, because you got that PC that Getro. That Metro.
Oh, see here. That's it. Oh, that's where we at.
Yeah,
Oh.
that old Metro PCS Getro. That's why you get here.
Man. Come on, man. I didn't come on here hostile. I can come on here hostile though. Look, you shake his head. You know how I feel. What we talking about?
Oh, don't you know the top?
The dangers of bum rushing the motherland.
The dangers of bum rushing the
without
motherland?
a plan.
Yeah.
Like everybody at once trying to go to Africa?
Yeah.
Who did that?
No, not everybody at once, but just people who are going over there and not going the right, not engaging the right way. That's what we're talking about.
Right, it's already people over there. You can't just go over there and just jump in somebody home and think it's gonna go good. You know, like I can't just go to Georgia. I can't show up to Atlanta and say, "Yeah, I'm here now. What's up?" It's me. He's gonna beat me up. I mean, is that not what that's not what's gonna happen?
Go ahead, Willie.
Me? No, I wasn't saying anything.
Okay. Yeah, that.
Well, let me say, we were basically just talking about. There's a lot of people that's going to the continent, right? And it's one thing to go to the continent. Let's say you success and failure, like people say, like, what do you think about Oakland? There's no there, right? You know, everybody has different thing about Oakland. Oakland's one spot, and then they say, Oakland has no there. There's nothing there, right? Okay, we understand. You win some, you lose some. Same thing. People go to Detroit. You know, there's 8 million in New York. There's 8 million stories in a naked city, right? You know, so like that. But the problem is they're like the bum rush. This term I've been using for years on my radio show and everything. Black people like to bum rush, right? We bum rush Chicago. Look how that turned out, right? Chicago's a beautiful place, right? Then the bum rush happened. You know, people bum rush Chicago, and all the work. People bum rush Los Angeles. Black people bum rush New York. Black people from New York bum rushed Atlanta. You know, we bum rushed Atlanta in the 90s and everything. It's a bum rush. We got to go there and everything without any plan or anything. Okay, now what we're trying to say is this. Okay, you go to the continent, you should be really committed to go to the continent. Don't expect America and Africa and everything like that. And we're just talking specifically about these people, K&K, who I believe are trying to discourage people from going thing. There's a whole continent. You go to Accra, Ghana. That's one continent over 12 million square miles, right? You got all kinds of situations, all different types of laws, everything. Your experience in Ghana shouldn't define the continent. And that's what we're talking about. You know, people bum rush without a plan. And I tell people all the time, when people get that bum rush mode in their mind, I'm going. I said, have you got a plan? No, I'm just going to get some land. I got $1,000 when I was told I can get like 100 acres of land.
What we done, Kala, what we done, essentially what we done is what we do best, Kala. We got to Africa for all it is, for everything that we claim we wanted, right? We've done what Black people do well. We've taken a minor issue and magnified it to the point where it's important. And that's the reality. Do you realize people have been going to Africa for decades before now? Why all of a sudden is
150 years?
They charge me 50 cents more than they charge the local is now actually something that some people actually are bringing up and want to talk about. You know, how do we move ahead when we still pay attention to a bunch of ignoramuses who are just trying to go and appeal to, you know, they want to try to connect with people at the lowest common denominator. You live in a roach-infested apartment in Baltimore, but you ain't going to Africa because they might charge me 50 cents more than they charge a local. Like when you really look at these things in perspective, and the fact
or they say, well, Africa could be dangerous. Are you kidding me? Look at Atlanta. We had 2 rappers killed, King Von, and then a guy got killed over in Dallas and everything. Every time you look around, there's kids and everything. We talk about this on Gangsta Radio Show, which I have a show on. You go to www.gangstaboyradio.com. You see it right there. Growing platform. Matter of fact, we're building a studio in Atlanta soon. Anyway, bottom line is this. We talk about this, right? In the music, in our culture, everything is death, violence, destruction. You forget about police brutality. Death by destruction. But yet you gonna talk about, oh, is Africa safe? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're gonna talk about Africa safe, and you come from the most dangerous. I mean, St. Louis, the brothers one, most dangerous places in the world. Not just in America, Detroit. These are the most dangerous places in the world. You
Look
know,
what
anything's
Angelica
an improvement.
Look what Angelica said. Africa couldn't be that bad. The white people not complaining, and that is so. Dennis, is that true?
White people, yeah, that's true.
The white people like shit. I love it here, dude. There's a white guy who has a YouTube channel telling other white people to go to Ghana, bro. I don't know who he is.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that guy.
Yeah,
The white bread American.
Can I say something real fast?
Go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead, Kyle.
I think that's just a miss. Like that sounds like anytime an American is ready to leave the borders, that's the same shit that somebody tells them, you know, it's going to be dangerous. And when you get over there, like somebody's going to overcharge you. Because I don't think like Americans have they don't have an understanding in general about, you know, especially when you come from a family who's never even had a passport. They don't have an understanding of what happens when you leave the country. And I think a lot of people that leave the United States are trying to export, you know, Americanism, right? And so they go to these places and they don't have a respect for the differences in these places. They don't have a respect for, you know, somebody hating on you.
I my fan club, man. That's what of God, man. I gotta love it, man.
What it's called is fear-based programming. And if you know anything about anything, you'll understand that fear-based programming is something that they've used in the black community, and they've made major gains because of it. First, they make you afraid of something. Then they use that fear to program you against doing things that work in your best interest. That's why Dr. Amos Wilson famously said, why is it that to the black man, freedom is being able to do whatever you want to do, but everything we want to do benefits somebody else. You wanted to go to Ghana, right? Oh, yeah, I'm going to Ghana. You go to Ghana. Well, I'm entitled to my opinion. And if I say this place is a crap hole because this person charged me $2 when he charged the local person $1, then that's what it is. All that is they're trying to instill fear in you. Okay. You're allowing this brother who was from St. Louis, he allowed look, a Ghanaian warned him about the lies that K&K was telling. He literally went to the page and got indoctrinated off of that crap after being, that's a cute baby.
Thank you.
After being warned that it was something that was disingenuous and not accurate. And he got so indoctrinated that he was coming on defending everything they said while having absolutely no proof that anything they said was true. That's called fear-based programming. And black people, let me tell you, the black people who are most successful among our people are the ones who learn to use the tactics that the white man used against their own people. When you watch African Diaspora Network, when you watch K&K, when you watch all this negativity, that's called fear-based programming. Not only will they program you with it, it will, because they know you're fearful, they know you will come every day to feed at that trough every day to get your dose of fear. And that's what the news does. Do you ever notice, Dinus? All old people, what's the number one thing they watch? The news. Old people love watching stuff that's scary, okay? My grandma would call me, you gotta watch your daughter. Why? There's a rapist on the loose. Okay, grandma, where? In Boston. Well, I live in California, so why do I care about that? My grandma will do that. There's a rapist on the loose in Australia. What the hell do I need to? I'm just saying, be careful. That we feed off of that type of stuff. But it just keeps us where we are. If it's not, they're scamming you. Then is it safe? If it's not, if it's safe, oh man, I don't want to catch corona. If it's not corona, oh man, I'm scared to fly. If it's not, I'm scared to fly. Oh man, what am I going to do with my kids? It's always something to be afraid of, and we just love it. We eat it up.
What gets me, Brandon? What asks me is this. Well, Cal, hold me say this before I got him on my mind. One second. Why is it that the fear always has to do when it has to do with other black people? Let me give you an example. Jay Morris, right? He is tremendously successful what he's doing, right? It's one or two people may have not made money or whatever like that, right? And there's a whole campaign, not in the courts, not no sworn affidavits or anything like that, but the court of YouTube has got him tried and convicted, right? And won his execution. This is what we are as black people. You get tried on YouTube. No allegations, no proof, no nothing, no sculpatory evidence, no sworn affidavits, no anything like that. It's just now it's time to the people versus Jay Morrison. And that's why I say these guys making money, doing a business. But when it comes to other black people, now what white people are scamming you every day. We buy into these network marketing schemes, right? Prime America, multi-level marketing, stuff like that. And they take our money left and right. We don't say nothing. We don't. Black people, we do anything. You know, we try to form a susu, right? And I get attacked. Oh, Colin, susu. I'm not even telling you to join. You know, but you don't even want. I mean, when it comes to black folks and whatnot, it's like we're programmed to just self-destruct our own people. You know, so Africa is an extreme extension of that.
But when it's our health, Kyle, when it's
hold on, man. Let Kyle. You want to respond, Kyle? Because then we're gonna close out.
Kyle's with the baby.
Yeah. My bad. I had to let him out because he was tripping. No, I was gonna agree with that, but I think like, and I understand this is a show talk about Africa. This is a show talk about black people and black issues. I think that part of it about the fear, like about pumping fear about leaving the states, that's an American thing. That's why people, because I mean that comes with the whole myth about America is the greatest. America has everything. So you know people, you know, generations hella deep in that, and you think like, oh, if I leave America, I'm not going to see running water anymore, right? Or if I leave America, everybody's going to be trying to rob me because I'm going to be the only person with money, and that's not really the case, right? So no, I was just going to agree with that. I think it's just they don't really. But again, like how you can't really blame. It's hard to blame like actual people that have never had that experience before, and I think that would kind of get us in an argument, and that causes more division. When we're like, okay, you're stupid because you do that. I know that because I do that with Titus all the time, right? Like,
you have to.
Stupid because you don't do this. Sorry, Sadie.
You have to divide. How are cells created? By division, right? They divide, and that creates more. But
I mean, what's the purpose of the dialogue if we're just trying to divide? Like, are we trying to divide, or are we trying to
because the dialogue establishes position. Once you establish position, you then know who you can move forward with. Even white people are divided. You don't see the Hicks on Capitol Hill going to have conversations with the
but I definitely don't want to mimic Tennessee white people are doing because they're doing it wrong.
No, listen, they're doing it right because they're dominating you, me, and everybody else. See, we look at that's like somebody saying the Patriots have the wrong offense. No, they're winning with that. So if you're going to win, you're going to have to adopt some of what they're doing. Then you can put your own little spin on it. The white people on Capitol Hill do not converse with the Hicks in the hills of Tennessee. Why? They're divided because one group is worried about moving forward while one group is happy just being up in the hills, sleeping with their cousins and shooting off guns, right? But guess what? As the ones on Capitol Hill move forward, the Hicks get dragged along. They get taken care of too. And that's what we have to do. Black people are the only group of people where the progressives sit up and get bogged down in conversation with a bunch of people who ain't trying to do nothing and ain't trying to go nowhere. We are the only group of people where this level of intellect, men of this intellect having a conversation, let people who, one, we don't know who the hell they are, two, they're obviously challenged mentally in some way, hop on and be a part of their conversation in a legitimate way. And if it does, and this should do nothing more but show our people that the people who are ready to do work are going to have to make a separation from the people who ain't trying to do shit, and they're going to have to go over there and make things happen. Just like I said earlier, if you build it, they will come. I know K&K Squad, wherever the party at, that's where that double neck going to be, period. I don't got to have a conversation with her or nothing. All I got to do is dangle a bag of hot Cheetos and she going to come running.
What about the whole middle finger thing? Is that the sort of, I always thought that, another thing, like I said, when we talk about Africa, I thought it was like the purest of hearts. You're going to see, I can't wait to one day go into Jenne. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I guess Dinus knows the routes, how to get to Mali, Jenne and Mopti and all that. When you see the peace there, right? The peace. And also, there's a lot of peace in Africa, right? When you put the middle finger up on YouTube and stuff like that, and you're MFing this and you're cursing the people and stuff like that, the overall, And what I'm trying to say is this: we gotta look about YouTube, right? And I respect my brother Dynasty, man. He runs one of the best platforms. He keeps us all in line and check and everything like that. But you got people. Remember something: YouTube is becoming so powerful, right? Right? There's no vetting process. There's no editorial rule. There's no somebody saying, okay, don't say this or whatever like that. It's just, oh, I got a thought on my mind. I got something to say. Strike up the YouTube thing, and they blast this stuff and it affects people, unless somebody comes directly behind them with a counter at all times, right? Say these people are stupid. That's what you need, right? These people, whatever. These people.
No. If you say that, now you're being mean. We literally silence people who work as fact checkers and go to correct people who tell lies. When you say no, that's a lie and it's the truth, people say, "Shut up, let them talk." And what I'm telling you,
no, let's not let them talk. I don't believe in that. Let them talk. I don't let them talk. No.
Hey, Kala, you can get somebody on here telling an absolute lie, 100% lies.
I'm gonna let them talk.
Our people in the chat will be like, "Shut up, let that person continue to bombard my mind with negativity and lies." We love that shit. We love it. We crave it. That's why you think, look at the dude who was talking stupidity earlier. Everybody's like, "Let him talk." Well, you guys heard him lying just like I did. He wouldn't get a floor. Look, they'll say Donald Trump is lying about voter fraud. But if you listen to him, you're stupid, you're naive, you're a moron, right? These same black people. But when someone's on there talking clear lies and bull crap about a place they've never even been, we got to let them talk. No. Give him the floor because he ain't even been to Africa yet. But somehow he knows more about Africa than me, Dinus.
No. Check this out. Brad, let me say something. Audrey says KK are comedians. No, I'm sorry. I don't buy that. This is what we call deadly clowns, right, Dinus? Dinus knows about my deadly clown series. Deadly clowns, take the clown nigga seriously, right? They're dangerous, right?
Yeah.
They come off as buffoonish and everything, but they're dangerous. You don't get on here. Oh, that's another thing about black people. You ever know about black? Like I'm disappointed in Dave Chappelle, right? Dave Chappelle's very, very intelligent, right? But for the dollars, he hosts Saturday Night Live, and he's back to, oh yeah, shucking and jiving, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's serious. I can't take a comedian seriously, right? We black people for generations listen to people like Dick Gregory, comedians, entertainers for advice on life. And this is why we're so fucked up right now. It's time to clean the fuck house. If you're not really serious about this, the discussion, everything, keep the content, keep our people's issues out of your mouth. Who's this guy on my fucking passport, man? He's on my passport.
College language. This dude said fucking like 5 times.
I've been.
He got turned up.
Oh, hold on. Go ahead, Kyle. We'll close out.
As soon as he started talking about Trump, I was like, my phone started doing other things. I don't know. Like, I do want to argue it, but at the same time, like, I don't know what he's saying, so I can't. I mean, maybe I don't want to argue it. I don't know.
Hey, man. Hey, all we said is at some point you got to put the dumb niggas out the room so the smart ones can make some progress. Look.
No, but you can't. I mean, progress, right? You're not really progressing if you leaving everybody behind, folks. You make progress.
But Kyle, this is what I say.
Hold on, Colin. I have a family full of ignorant people, bro.
Yeah.
Never owned a home, never started a business, generational welfare, bro. Not until I separated from those people was I able to make true progress. And once I separated from them and did everything I wanted to do, they came right on along. They didn't even resist me. They came on right onto the house for the cookout. What I'm telling you is you have to separate, bro, because if not, those people are just going to drag you down, just like they drag down every other person or man.
Yeah, easy. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with that. I think when you say separate, like, I mean, yeah, don't let nobody interfere with your plans anyway, right? But when you make decisions, like,
what about the bum rush?
The bum rush?
Let me say this, brother Kyle, right? You seem like a good brother. We probably don't agree politically and everything, but I see you got a son and everything. You do your thing. Okay, but what I'm saying is this though, man. There's a lot of people, right? It's like there's a bum rush, right? It's going to get to the point where when we go to the continent, we might have to just basically make sure that it's not seen. We don't want everybody because there's some Negroes, they always turn up. Freaknik, do you remember Freaknik? You guys probably don't remember Freaknik, right? I mean, that was once a good African American college. We had the beach college thing down here in Virginia Beach. We used to all come down and everything. Guess who fucked that up? Niggas.
Yeah. No, but
Here go when I closed the Kyle remember Black Family Night at the fair. Yes,
Black Family Night was hella fun. No, listen. The bum rush, right? The bum rush. I think your intentions matter, and I definitely think you have to realize that other people have their own situation. Like, okay, say, and I don't know everything about everything in Africa, right? I know a little bit about a little bit. You pick a spot. You go to any spot in Africa. You have to realize that they already have their own situations going on. You're not just going to go over there and start flexing and take over everything like that. You're definitely not going to do it in mass, or else you're going to get pushback from the people that are already there, right? In the various situations, right? And like when you talked about it in the States, like I mean, when LA black people decided to come up to Oakland or to come to Sacramento, they met pushback, right? But because they came to sell dope, you can't come to
it's a bum rush. It's a bum rush, man.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that nowhere with nobody, right?
But now they're bum rushing Africa. They're bum rush. These people could be any place on the planet. You know, they could be any place. Why the heck are they not
anything positive, Kyle? That's the whole thing. I think that's the point you're missing. These people aren't going over there to flex and take over. These people are going there purely to look at things, point out the negative things, and report those things on YouTube to negative-minded people.
No,
it's like
Americans in general are the worst fucking travelers. Like if I go places and I see them, I try to stay away from them. Now, okay, if I see brothers, I always shake hands and I see what's up, right? Because I don't know.
It's Sacramento where you live. I went to Sacramento across the street from Grant High School. I think that's Grant High School.
Yeah.
Look, there was a soul food place that is owned by Chinese people. I'm not joking.
Damn,
no,
it
actually wasn't. It wasn't. It was owned by black people for hell long, but they wasn't open every day.
But Chinese people, they work in there, so I think they own it now.
No, so the thing is, you got to realize about the heist. The heist is just it's not all black like that.
But listen.
The oceans, like, and they gang too. They not like.
But listen, bro. Listen. So what I'm saying is this: I did not immediately go and jump on YouTube with a video. I didn't go with my cell phone.
Right.
I didn't go get on my cell phone.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah. Nah, and I wouldn't argue that point.
So look, I didn't go report that on YouTube because I wasn't there to make Sacramento look bad, right? I mean, it already looks bad, but I wasn't trying to make it look any worse than it is. That's the difference between.
You talking about Diane's hometown? Come on, man.
That is the difference.
Oh, he's Nigerian though. What?
Diane's from Sacramento. Him and no shit. You know?
Diane's is Sierra. Diane's is from a lot of places.
He's Sierra Sacramento.
Don't let me get to tell the story. I know exactly where you're from. I'll drive this camera to the mama house.
Look, these people are going to Africa, right?
Yeah.
We want to go to Africa. They got a camera. Here's their camera. They're all out the plane window and shit. But once they land, their sole purpose is to find every negative aspect of Africa or Ghana in one country, because they call one country Africa. They can find every negative thing and report that on YouTube. So what we're saying is the black bum rush has to stop in the sense of we got to stop really encouraging the goofies and the dummies among us to go to Africa, because these people are there because we're telling them that they should go. We're not saying, look, if you come in to be on some bullshit, don't even bother. We just said, everybody go to Africa. And when you say everybody, that's going to encompass the goofies and the dummies, the people who just come in.
You don't encourage everybody to not go any other place. Why encourage the dummies not to? There's places for the dummies in Africa. They got resorts.
No, not yet. They stay off YouTube. If they stay off YouTube, I wouldn't have no problem with it, you know? I cringe. I watch some of these videos, bro, and it gives me nightmares, man. I'm like, oh my God. And look at the views going on. I'm like, my God.
There's no place in Africa for stupid people, bro. Trust me. You will
What
be on
better
the
way to
setting,
make
bro.
somebody smart than by sending them out on a trip to go
Oh
somewhere?
no,
Okay,
man!
they-
Send them to Chicago first, man. Detroit,
Bro,
man.
listen, if you
I
go
mean,
to
and see,
Africa,
I don't know much about Chicago. I think somebody in Chicago would still argue that Chicago is a beautiful place.
Chicago
It is a beautiful place. They should go there. Stay out of Africa.
No, but that's not. I mean, Colin, is that ours to be like? No. How about the people in Africa?
Yo, it's like we all had this vision. Like when you go to Africa, we're doing positive things and stuff like that. But we thought the same people that we're trying to run away from. Really, it's not just the white man. I'll be honest with you, right? It's some of these Negroes. You know, and I was like, now they're turning up, bum rushing, turning up. Yo, where the land at? You know what I'm saying? Now they got Kumasi in Ghana has a trap scene, has a trap music scene. You know, throwing up guns and shit and Kumasi, Ghana. Yo, what the fuck is going on, man? I'm not happy about none of this.
They gotta have a trap music scene. It probably didn't even come from the States. It probably came from
Yo, you funny,
with
dude.
all their negativity, this is the one question I will pose to all of you. What have they purchased in Africa? I haven't seen Art Kathy purchase anything. I see her rent out a house. I haven't seen K&K purchase.
I was taken, man. I thought she owned that house, man.
Talk about specific people.
But what I'm saying is, for all the negativity,
I don't know the people, so I don't know.
For all the negativity that we're allowing them to infuse into our community, what have they truly invested in that continent? And you will quickly notice that there's a direct correlation between people spewing negativity and not really doing shit at all.
Right.
There's a correlation there.
Brandon, Colin, can you stop him? Can you stop him from going?
No, we can't stop. We can just say like we keep doing shows like this. We can do shows like we can start them like this, saying we're gonna clown you if you keep doing this. I'm glad we got platforms like this so we get back.
We should make YouTube channels just clowning them. Like,
you know what?
That's what I'm saying. I think I might do that. You know,
I'm gonna get you mad about with Dynas, right? Because he has his platform. He made this platform himself. Well, no, with the help of whoever he's around, right? But he has these things to show people about the continent of Africa that are beautiful, that you would never get to see if you, maybe you don't have the means. He has these things, and he can show them, and people love seeing it. They love seeing him over there.
But he don't get the amount of views as these clowns do. You know, that's what angers me. Dynas has the show.
He does the negative stuff to himself, and it doesn't have to be that. Everybody could love Dynas. Everybody could love Dynas. He just can't.
Well, he needs more support. Dynas needs more love. He needs your support. He needs money and stuff like that. He needs people supporting him monetarily and stuff like that. And hit the like button.
People have a negative mindset, so we're gonna gravitate towards negativity before we gravitate to positivity. Even the YouTubers in our community have figured that out. Dynas is still talking about positivity.
That's what I'm saying. Dynas hasn't done negative yet. Now, when Dynas puts on his, when Dynas turns it up and whatnot, and throwing up his gang sign, talking about, yo, I'm up in the Sierra Leone set and whatnot, you know, and we're trapping Sierra Leone.
Dynas, you look me in my face right now. You tell me that you not go out there and actively seek out the drama.
I don't. I just state my opinion, and people get triggered. Like you.
People get triggered, bro.
Triggered.
If Dynas went for the drama,
real?
Look, if Dynas,
people get triggered.
Dynas. If Dynas went for the drama, he would have way more subscribers than
listen, Kyle.
If Dynas didn't, if he didn't always like start the drama.
What drama do I start? I go out and get my people get triggered.
You was trolling Obama for like 6 years. Okay, maybe he didn't do
I
everything.
didn't troll for 6 years. I might
have to keep it on. Did you have to keep going?
I did a couple. Okay, see this thing. I can do 100 posts about Africa. I do one post about Obama. Here comes people. Oh, why are you on Obama?
Yeah, it's like one per morning.
Because that's what he cares about.
One per morning for 6 years.
That's because
Obama's first term was okay. Second term was hell.
Regardless how you. Sorry, Brandon. Sorry.
Kai, you're stuck on what Dynas did that triggered you.
No. I watch his comments all the time. And I try to tell him, like, look,
about Obama in these comments.
I'm just telling him to leave it alone. Do what you're good at.
And everybody type a 1 if you don't give a shit about Obama. If you're watching this, just type a 1 if you don't give 2 shits about Obama.
But it's one thing to not, Brandon, that's what I'm saying. It's one thing to not give a shit about Obama. Okay, fine, right? I'm not protecting Obama. I'm saying that one post a day,
Okay, now Kyle, you exaggerate. I was not posting one
He
post
was
today
talking about
about
Hillary
you.
like for one a day.
You are exaggerating, Kyle. You're exaggerating.
And if he was, who cares? What did Obama do for you? Nothing.
Then you bring in the negative. That's what I'm saying. That's
No,
what I'm
bro.
saying. You don't
Our
have to.
people have a negative mindset. So you
That's not a
can't bring
negative. Listen, that's you
negativity to
focusing
them.
on the negative.
Bro, our people have a negative mindset, Kyle. So you can't look. You don't got to worry about somebody focusing black people on negative stuff. Black people have a negative mindset waking up in the morning, so they're already there. And when you try to leave that negative mindset, they say, "Wait a minute," they can grab you and drag you back down to that negative mindset, bro. Like right now, your bro who you knew since high school is doing major things in Africa. The only thing you can focus on is the time he disrespected a person who doesn't give.
Oh, the Lord, the Most High. He disrespected the Most High, Obama. Don't talk about the Most High.
Go ahead.
What is Obama doing for you? Because to me,
he's the Most High.
Obama.
No, the first thing out my mouth was like, man, Dinus be showing people these things about Africa that they've never seen before. If they don't have the money to get there, they learn through him. And that was the first thing I said. That it's the most positive thing that he does, right? He out there talking about jollof rice. And we can run the tape back. That's what I said. And I said that he ruins it. He ruins it by jumping into these moments on a regular basis when he doesn't have to.
What's a regular, Kyle? Define regular basis, Kyle, and then
every day, every morning.
Oh my God, it's not every day. Come on now, Kyle, stop exaggerating. Every day.
Every morning, folks. I mean, I'm like, all right, man,
everybody in the comments is now dissing Obama. Thank you.
We
comments started a firestorm against Obama. This motherfucker.
I can't see the comments. I mean, whatever. Like, all I'm saying is like, I don't want to. I'll cuss on your show, bro. But I ain't on Obama like that. I'm not saying like, okay, Obama this, Obama that. I'm saying that that's something that Dinus feels negative about, right? So
we all feel negative about that. Dinus feels the way the people feel
every day. I don't think everybody feel. I don't think everybody follows him.
Why are you?
I think a lot of people follow him because they want to see
Obama.
Africa.
You should hate Obama too, just because we hate him.
Nah, man.
Why not? Your people hate him.
I don't really hate a lot of people, and it's usually when I do, they're not other black people. Like,
look, we hate that half a cracker. Okay, just know that. He's half cracker, dude. Not saying I know you. You kind of light skin. I don't know if you have white, but
Kyle ain't light skin. That's a light.
Hey, Obama's not the type of half cracker that we would like to identify ourselves with. Okay, he's half cracker, half African. You half cracker and half Ado.
I can't hear you. Sorry.
Okay, good. You didn't hear that. But anyway, so the thing is, but we got to just understand that, bro. We got to make a true separation, man. I'm telling you, look, like they say, if you love something, let it go. If it come back to you, it was yours. If it don't come back to you, it was never yours in the first place. And that's the thing we got to do with our own people. If you really love them, you're going to have to let them go so you can go build something for them. Because if you don't, they're just going to drag you down back into obscurity. Look at our people and the huge backward step they took with the Joe Biden thing, not to bring him back up.
But that's trigger for Kyle. That's a trigger.
But the people that you love, the people that you love, they are dancing in the damn street, but dancing at an all-time high, thinking that this white, old, decrepit Montgomery Burns mixed with O.J. Simpson walking ass white dude is about to save them from something. And
everybody already got their reparations check already spent, There's people putting down loans in their houses. They're putting down loans on cars. They expect the reparations checks will be here in a few weeks.
Today they released the article. They released the article today. This was funny, and I'm not going to talk about this no more after I say this. Today they released the article. The Democratic Party senior people have told their lower people to stop talking about defunding the police. They said they need to stop the defund the police rhetoric because it is tearing their party apart.
It's a move to the right now.
So they've already.
It's a move to the right.
Wait, remember, I got a friend who got punched in the face out here with these white folks in Seal Beach talking about a defund the police rally, right? He's like, they're going to defund the police. Black people's like, they're going to defund the police. The Democrats who were telling you they were going to defund the police have now issued a message to all their people. Stop talking about defunding the police. So
a fatwa.
now you're going to watch them slowly roll back all the bullshit they promised you, and they're going to be in the same place. So what are we going to do? Keep on letting those type of people anchor us to the bottom? These people like to be on the bottom.
We gave a platform to Darius Lambs and all these other people. Hey, yeah, look. You know what I'm saying?
Dane Galloway. Dane Galloway.
Dane Calloway. Oh,
hey, but that's what we got to do. There has to be a separation. Maybe we should do a show on that tomorrow. There has to be a separation in the Black global diaspora, and then talk about, because I think a lot of our people are ready to just separate from these people. Brandon has a negative mindset. Oh yeah, pH. We know your pH balance must be off. But the thing is, and you're gonna have people who just can't let go, and those are the people who cannot let go of negativity. Bro, I don't even talk to my grandma. Well, I talk to her if I'm forced to, right? But I don't make it a point to go over her house. Hey, Granny, Nana, let me get you. Damn that. She has a permanently negative, feminist, man-hating mindset. How does that help me take care of my family? How does that help me put food on the table? How does that help me do anything I want to do?
Hey, Brandon, while I'm talking about it, you heard about that that thing that's going on? I think I said to the Dynast. I can't keep up. I got my guys handling this. But this female that made a comment in front of the police, whatever, and then she came back and put out a tweet damning black men and put us LGBT. So in other words, everybody, wow, sister, gold sister, black power, sister, black sister. Now it's all coming out after Biden elected. Now they're pushing the LGBTQ2 to the front. Black heterosexual, black men, black whatever are in the back. And what their next thing to do is to bully their way on platforms like this, right? And subjugate us to it, this LGBTQ stuff. And not as LGBTQ, they put women as, they put X in, when it was a woman, they put a little X in the middle. I don't know what that means, whatever. In other words, basically, and this chick was only 20 years old. Everybody's applauding because she made this statement to the police, a police commission board about police brutality, and everybody, yeah, that's what they do. They get your emotion. Yes, yes. Man, I was resistant to the whole thing because I knew what it was all about. When you heard these white ladies say, Black Lives Matter, they're really saying, Gay Lives Matter. Okay, if you listen carefully, they're saying, Gay Lives Matter, Gay Lives Matter.
That's what I paid to like a few people that be catting off at the mouth. I don't think like.
Oh, it wasn't a few people. They had no, bro. Kyle, I disagree. That was what it was all about. It was about the changing of America. Lesbians, gays, interracial couples, and females are now the new power structure of America. If you are anything other than that, you don't matter. If you're not LGBTQ,
we just gotta separate from them, man.
I mean, walk outside as one of those groups.
All we gotta do is
flip the power structure. Like that's I don't agree with that because I don't think that's where they're. I don't think that's where they're at. But can I go back though? Can I go back to Brandon? I think where you started was about the DNC and about them telling progressives that that basically blaming those couple of seats lost on the progressive wing of that. And I think the DNC is trash, folks. But I don't think that the alternative was terrible. And you guys, I don't know if you could promote the alternative without without the people kind of losing respect for you.
Oh, we're all Trump supporters on this channel.
Yeah, see, and that's wild to me because you know what? I think black people are kind of I don't know about naturally, but I know black people in general are pretty conservative. But I think
Kyle, do you listen?
Hold on, Brandon. Let me talk. Those black conservatives exist within the DNC. I think they exist within the DNC because the GOP is openly racist, folks, and it's been
no. Let me say something. Let me say something, Kyle. Let me say this, right?
Hold on, man. Let me talk.
Well, let me ask you a question real quick.
So black people in general, we're talking about like our grandparents, and we're talking about like
forget them, man. Forget them.
My grandparents, I hate them.
Forget them, man. Forget them.
Biden votes.
Get these old crusty people out of here, man.
Progressive. I mean, they're not progressive at all. They're actually really conservative.
They're scared.
No, they're conservative. They're pretty much the same.
Like, no. This is Kyle. Let me say this, right?
They're actually the real conservatives. Like what you're calling the right, what you're calling the GOP.
But the thing is, you know what the problem is. You know what the problem is. You know what the problem is.
Far right. They've grabbed.
I know. But check this out. Let me say something, brother Kyle. The problem is black people in America, right? Not socially, economically, and politically free. You know, we're not like any other group of people. Other people have a culture, extension to their homeland, which we're trying to do, right? They come to America from a position of strength, right? So you would go to a Chinese community, right? You don't want this is the reason why a lot of people, black people, like Trump, right? For the first time in my lifetime, right? Someone didn't automatically look at me and say demobot. You know what demobot is?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
black democratic robot. A demobot. You know, a demobot, right? No one just automatically assumed that, yeah, we got to get Trump orange man off. People, especially when I go out in public, whatnot, people don't know what I think, you know, whatever think. Before this and whatnot, before this, even during Obama's, even when Bush was in power, right? No one assumed. But after Obama got elected, black people were baptized in being a Democrat. It was Democrat, whatever, you know. It was Democrat.
Black people were
No. But black people. Hold on. Let me say this, bro. Black people voted Democrat because we thought that was a lesser of two evils. Republicans or racist. That's what we always thought, right? We were. We didn't. Hold on. We were. Let's say they were. I agree with you, right?
Yeah.
Here's the problem, though, right? The policies of the Democratic Party has never benefited Black America. There's never been a platform, anything like that for generations, right? We just gave up on the Democrats because I said this on. I don't know if you watched the show. Well, I said this many times. In 1988 was the last time black people were relevant in the Democratic Party. When the Republicans ran the Willie Horton ads, right? They lost. The Democrats lost like a huge swath of the white working class. What was the fear? Black crime, right? Guess who gets and then after that, the Democrats said, how do we get the white voters back? We have to take this issue of black crime, which wasn't really an issue, but white people thought it was, right? And we believed it was. We have to make it seem like we're the ones that's tough on crime, right? And guess who was the person who led that charge in the Democrats? Name the.
Are you saying Biden?
Oh no, you're very smart, of course. You know, it was Joe Biden, right? You know, that white working class Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me say it. And a lot of people don't even know this, right? Joe Biden said, okay, and then now that to be fair, a lot of Congressional Black Caucus members went along with it, right? Why? Because they feared the right wing in this country, right? They said, look, we could throw black people under the bus and take this crime issue and everything. It'll take an issue away from the Republicans, which they rationalized they were actually saving black people from themselves. If we take the crime issue, right, away from the Republicans and David Duke and all these other people at the time, right, and the Lee Atwoods and everything, we could save the Democratic Party, and they did that. They threw black people under the bus, and we began to believe we're criminals. You know,
I think what we ignore, Kyle, is that all along that time, when you go to the 80s and the 90s, you ignore like the role of the GOP and all of this legislature. Like even when you saw like,
I know, but let me say this, bro. Let me say this, bro. It was the Democrats who said, "Look, we're going to bring this to the thing," and with the Republicans, a bipartisan effort. Same thing with the Contract of America, all the stuff like that was going on. Why? Because in 1988, right, Dukakis almost won, right? Dukakis almost won. He had enough, and that was the last time we had smart politics in America. Black people voting on specifics, you know? Think about it. You had Maynard Jackson was there. Check this out. Maynard Jackson was there, right? Ron Brown was there. You had all kinds of black businessmen say, this is what we need to build our community. We want minority set-asides, right? We want affirmative action, real affirmative action. We want all these things, education grants. All those things was on the Democratic agenda, not on the platform to be passing the law if Dukakis would have won. What happened was Dukakis was heading the polls by like 10 points, right? George Bush, the first, was losing. George Bush was losing. They came up with the Willie Horton ads, right? And Dukakis began tanking in the polls. They brought erasing. You know what Willie Horton was? Do you remember Willie Horton ads?
I know the name, but I don't remember.
Okay. Let me explain. Willie Horton was in the state of Massachusetts where Dukakis was governor at, right? He had a furlough. You know, furlough means you're a convicted criminal, but you can go work on the weekend, stuff like that. This guy Willie Horton went and killed and murdered and raped 2 women, right? White women, right? The Lee Atwater Republican National Convention ran those ads across America, and the people like was so terrified. And this guy getting to the White House, man. The fear, the boogeyman of black men. It's to the point where we fear ourselves so much that we hand our vote to the Democrats, like y'all go ahead and take care of us. When no, a black man is supposed to stand the hell up. We need black men. If you're going to be in a position of power and leadership, put some bass in your voice to stand the hell up and say you got something to say. You know, we don't want to soft ass Barack Obama, soft ass Barack Obama. He don't represent no goddamn real black.
That's easy to say though.
Kyle,
Like if you put yourself in Barack Obama's place, hold on. If you put yourself in his place,
I don't want to hear that. When he got in front of black people, when he got in front of black people, he told us to y'all should do that. Blah blah blah. I need y'all back. Stop complaining. When he get in front of black people, he told us how we should be. You know, he told us.
How do you get into the middle of the white power structure and then?
Oh no, why? You know how you are. You be real. You be real or you walk away.
Trump kept it real. That's how he got in. Hey, do you want 500 billion or not, Kyle? That's the real question. That's the only real question for any black person. Did you want what Trump was offering you, or did you want more false promises from the Democrats?
I don't think it's a money thing. I don't think money solves anything, especially 500 billion. 500 billion doesn't solve anything.
Yeah, 500 billion don't solve nothing. Okay.
No. Kyle.
No, this shows me they're not serious about anything. They're not serious about anything. You know.
500 billion. You think 500 billion is going to make Black Americans' problems go away?
Hey, Kyle.
No. We're saying no. Hold on. Let me say this. First of all, when you talk about you got to start from somewhere. We're not talking about me in my lifetime, yo. We're talking about future generations. There's nothing targeting black people that go like this brother just said in St. Louis. He was right. Black people in St. Louis ain't going nowhere. You got to do something about it. The Mississippi Delta. No one's investing. They got to go. Southside Chicago. All these people need strategic enterprise zones for generations, right? To even have a chance.
I think Sacramento. You're going to believe that.
So therefore, but you can't. But you want is the status quo. So hold on. First of all, you can't. First of all, hold on. First of all, the Democrats never offered anything, right? And he's talking about specifically.
It's not about that. It's about. He said
no. 500 billion. First of all, it has to go through Congress. Do you understand how the government works?
They have the whole Congress.
Hold on. No. What are you talking about? The Congress in the hands of the Democrats. What are you talking about?
Hold on.
GOP had the Congress up and down.
No, they didn't have the Congress, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
They still got
No, they didn't.
And they had the House over 2 years.
Bro, that's not how it works, bro. That's not how it works. It has to go through. Act like that has to go through the full thing of Congress. Brandon, take it away, bro.
Kyle, listen. 500 billion is half of the black gross domestic, half the black spending power in America. 1.3 trillion is our spending power. 500 billion is half that. 500 billion is also enough to run the entire United States military for a year and fund all those tanks, cannons, helicopters, nuclear submarines, soldiers, all that, right? So it's easy for someone to turn their nose up at 500 billion. Yo, that's not going to solve anything. But so you tell me, 500 billion not going to solve nothing. So you tell me, what are the Democrats offering you or me or any of us that is going to solve everything?
I don't know yet. They're not even in power yet.
So you get. Wait,
Brandon. I definitely don't think. I'm not putting my hopes on the Democrats.
So what you're saying is,
that's what it's never about. I definitely think there should be a third party.
So what you're saying is, oh, it's like me telling my wife.
You're asking me what I think is going to solve everything?
Listen. So it's like me telling my wife, somebody's offering us some food, but that food ain't gonna fill you up. And she tells me, well, what is the alternative? I don't know.
No, I do know. But you're saying, what do
I don't know what we gonna eat tonight.
So what do I think is gonna help black people? You ask me, what do I think is gonna help black people?
Turn your nose up at 500 billion.
Right, that's not gonna solve it. What do I think is gonna help black people? I think that.
So basically. Brandon, let me ask you a question.
Hold on. Let him say it.
I think affordable housing. I think public transportation. I think
that shit ain't come, man.
Come on, man. It's the same old thing.
I think universal.
Hold on, Kyle, brother, Kyle. I live in Atlanta. They've been talking affordable housing since I came here in 2000. It ain't coming.
Listen,
say it again. You said
No, hold on, man. Hold on. No, Brandon, what I'm saying to Kyle, I've been living in Atlanta on and off since 2000. They've been talking the same affordable housing rhetoric.
no, but
Just
Dinus, what I'm saying is that he's asking me, what do I think is going to help black people? And this is the
That's
thing
not
that
what
I
I
think is
asked.
going to help black people. What is the DNC
I
offering?
didn't
I
ask
don't know.
what you think.
Right? I'm not
I
saying
asked what is being offered. I didn't ask what you think. I asked what is being offered. See, that's the difference.
I don't know because it's not
Black men think when you ask them for actual tangible offer, they think you ask them what do they think. I don't care. I already know what you think. You're a Democrat, but I'm asking you. If we turn our
because you can't say like, oh, this part
we turned our nose up at the 500 billion.
They have two different ideas.
Brother, you just said 500 billion ain't nothing to fix nothing. I said okay. Okay. So what's being offered on the other side that's gonna fix something? You said I think. We didn't ask you what you thought. 500 billion was on the table for you. Now we gonna ask you when you talk shit about the 500 billion. That's
not the first thing that I said,
bro.
The first thing I said is like I don't know what the bigger DNC plan is. I don't know what the Biden plan is.
But you're
I know
what's
on the table for certain progressives. I know what certain candidates are offering
that
I think will work. But I don't know what the whole thing is. No.
My grandma used to, my grandma that I don't like, Dinus, she used to say a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. He gonna give away the bird in the hand because he don't know, but
he's not gonna give you $500 billion. If he was gonna give you $500 billion, you would have had it already.
No, bro.
Let me say, do you understand? Brett, let me say this, right? 500 billion, right? If you say we're gonna invest in, first of all, the plan that Pro was talking about, Barack Obama ran on when he initially came in running. Invest in urban institutions, enterprise zones, stuff like that, and invest in stuff like that. Now, in the excess of all that, right, doesn't mean it's going to be a check 500 billion to black people, right? It's long-term investing in enterprise, like he's already doing in some of the urban enterprise zones. Now, doesn't mean it's black people only going to benefit from it, but if you have black people, instead of fleeing the so-called community, right, you got a lot of people, like this brother was in St. Louis, right, or somebody that wants to do that, right, who says, yeah, I live in Detroit. I thought about taking that warehouse right there and building this. You can take a warehouse, right, and with technology now, and build small businesses inside the warehouse and it's like that, right? And you add value. You add value to it. So therefore, in other words, but it's not like you're going to get money. But if you have an idea, right, and then what happens is the cream rises to the top. The black people who are telling, this is another thing we got to get used to in Black America, right? We as black people do not like black people who are successful ruling over us. If you're, you have to have a way where everybody feel like they're part of the success, right? Look, some black people, let me tell you something. There are some black people who are going to be millionaires who make a lot of money. There are going to be 21-year-old kids that are going to get rich when winning the next act, Don't be jealous and hating them, you know what I'm saying? Encourage them.
Black people keep on talking about, oh, how you know the check was going to clear? Look, bro, that's how you know none of these people ever did business at all, right? If someone makes an offer, once they get elected, then you can hold them accountable for that. What we're doing right now is saying we got to go force Biden to do this stuff he never offered you. So now all he has to do is say, I never said I would do
You know what?
I never said I'm going to do that.
I think there is one thing. I think the black business community and the white business community are their own community and they have their own set of solutions, right? I don't think I think there's
black community never always be legitimate.
But I think the business community feels like you guys are kind of like your own, not a race, but you guys are your own group. You guys are your own voting block.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Let me ask you a question, Quile, right? This is another thing what I just you get purchased like Democrats, right? And a lot of socialists, right? Swept up in that hatred of of businesses, it's also a swept up hatred of black business, extortion. I saw this one dude. I listened to one podcast one time, and this dude was basically like, "Yeah, man, we got these black businesses. They got to start giving back to the community. So we're coming around taking donations, basically extortion. You got a business, you bust your behind building and everything, and somebody's gonna come up, give back to the community and everything."
That's one of those things that happens when you have like really like you create gaps, right? You have people that have a lot of things.
I know, but let me say, Kyle, let me say this though, right? There are people we're saying, okay, if you don't want to be part in that fall in that gap, right? Get your education, get your skill set up, learn how to get along with other black people and network. Build your network outside the black community, and then like this. But you cannot sit up on YouTube all day complaining, not getting nothing, anything done, not building no sort, being anti. So we got too many people in the Black America. I didn't even realize this so recently that are antisocial. That are socially withdrawn, that are misfits, that are weirdos. And they can't get along. All they do is lash out on YouTube all day and on Facebook all day. The world's coming to an end. Racism, white supremacy, capitalism. But all the time you type in all that, you could be sitting there trying to, and I show people, look, this is a good idea for a business. Do they take the advice? No. You can lead people to the water, but you can't make the cow to the water, but you can't make them drink. So the bottom line is what we're saying this though. I don't know how it's going to be done in this community, and those type of people, when they can't have their way, they resort to intimidation and violence. So then what happens is the black business community, right? They don't have the protection of the police.
Just like Judy just said, a black man, Ice Cube, got the president to offer $500 billion, half $1 trillion of black folks, black-owned businesses and stuff. What we do, we see the fact that you didn't.
I don't think everybody tore Ice Cube.
Hold on.
People was looking at him
but they're clowning Ice Cube. They're trying to cancel him.
The fact that you, go on Twitter. Go on Twitter. Ice Cube made a comment about it, and they went crazy on him. Listen, it's not the fact that you didn't vote for Donald Trump. The fact is that you tore the black man apart for even going to talk to him and getting him to agree to that. So what you're saying?
I don't think it's funny either,
Brandon, I can assure you that Ice Cube is still safe.
Listen, bro,
not torn apart.
It's not about Ice Cube. It's about how we look.
Bro, listen, it's not about him being safe. It's about the fact that anyone who tries to make progress for our people in a realistic way is suddenly the enemy. The man wasn't even promoting Donald Trump. He didn't promote no Kevin. He just said, look, whoever gets in power, this is what we need. Now, first thing, the doubt. Oh, no, he's lying. 500 million, he's lying. Look, bro, whether he's lying or not, at least if he promised it on national television, when you go to the White House saying, where's our 500 billion? They won't be like, what the hell are you talking about?
But he's known for lying. But I think with Q,
Trump said he's gonna build a border wall. He got 300 miles up. So he said he's gonna. He said, hold on. He said he was gonna end an Iran deal. He did it, right? He said he was gonna put taxes and tariffs on China. He did it. Those are all facts, So check this out. So the billions of dollars he raked in from China and whatnot and gave it back to farmers. He said he was gonna do it, right? He got us up at TPP, right? He got that. He said he was going to do it, right? He said he was going to make Germany. He said he was going to make NATO pay, right? He did it, right? And so the bottom line is, he said he was going to move the capital of Israel to Jerusalem. He did. I guess that didn't happen, He broke the peace between Israel and Sudan, but that didn't happen, That didn't happen either.
All that for other people, but listen. Here's the reality. I'm gonna get to the meat of the whole conversation. Here on the top, you have Dynas, right? The bottom, you have Kyle. They came from the same place. Dynas is doing one thing. Kyle's doing something else. Kyle's believing white people's lives of democracy. Dynas is building a future for himself in Africa. Which of these two people would you like to be? With one has 85,000 people who care about what he says. The other one has 0 people who cares about what he says. That is your example, right?
That's a lot of assumptions. Dynas cares about what I say. Listen, let me go back to this. I think Brandon, you're kind of giving me a good example of this. I think you guys get caught up in the binaries, right?
Dynas will make no progress.
Like everything is always like the Democrats, or everything is like these people that go to Africa versus Africans. It's like everything is only two sides.
Okay, Kyle.
And you can't. It's not like that. Everything's the world is more complex than that, right?
In what way will Dynas progress, or has he progressed based on listening to you?
Hopefully there's a lot of shit that
he didn't listen.
I make Dynas argue his points all the time. You can't just get out there and just say shit and not be able to back that up. Right?
You said he didn't listen to you, and look at how much success he has had. Now, guess what?
But I think that's the thing. Like I think you look at success like you feel like if it turned out that Dynas had more money than me, You'd be like,
I'm
look,
not saying
Dinas is
money.
more
I'm
successful
not
than you
saying
because
money.
he has more money. But
I'm not
you
saying
don't know
money.
how many people listen to me, Brandon.
Dinas has a huge influence, bro.
I didn't say nothing about money. I
No,
don't know
but
how
I'm
much
saying
money
like
you
you
make.
kind of think in these simple like binary terms,
No,
right?
I
You think
know.
like,
I
okay,
think
it's them
in
versus
logic.
us. It's
I
not a
think in
them
logic,
versus us
bro.
thing. There's
Bro,
not
listen.
a them versus us thing. There's not like, oh, the Democrats, right? Yeah, there's the DNC, there's that establishment.
No, Democrats got a friggin' agenda.
It is them
Everybody
versus
has
us.
agenda. You got an agenda color, no?
Yeah, I know that, but the Democrats' agenda.
But when
The
you say
Democrats' agenda,
color, you can understand this, color. And Brandon, you said it before, right? You said that there's obviously from what you said that there's two sides within the DNC.
No, I said there's two sides within the black community.
No. When you started talking about the DNC, you was like, oh,
Kyle, let me say the call. Kyle, okay, let's check out. Let me ask you a question, right?
I see you
Kyle.
smiling, but yeah, that's it.
Kyle, let me ask you two questions.
You understand what you're saying. You see yourself saying these things, right? You can admit that there's two sides even within this party. There's more than two sides within that party. There's more than two sides within the GOP.
We not even invited to the party. So why are you talking?
Yes, you are. That's why you're talking.
Yeah, let me ask you a good Kyle. Let me ask you a question. Kyle. Let me ask you a question. Now, the whole time, right? You said there was a divide in the DNC, right? Right. Now the Black Lives. Hold on. Black Lives Matter. The LGBTQ and all these other the leftist, feminists, and all these other people, Marxist people, they're claiming victory. They're saying they're the ones who delivered the presidency to Joe Biden, right? They're not saying it was a middle of the road conservative Democrats and everything. And so somehow they got a so-called coalition between them. Now, what gets me? Hold on. Let me say this, right? Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. Trump has been on message for 4 years, right? It's very clear that everybody about what his agenda was, right? So in other words, you told the American public, oh yeah, police brutality is wrong, right? Then this president-elect says that he's going to use more police to enforce a mask mandate, you know? People, oh, I don't like that. Oh. Then he says, okay, Black Lives Matter. They were promised reparations. That's not even on the table, right? Bernie Sanders already talks about he's a cabinet post, right? Labor secretary. That's not going to happen, you know? But Biden is already, with his signals, with his one day coming out of his bunker in his basement, has already signaled that he's moving to the right, you know?
Well, can I go to Colin? When you say all those groups, like I don't think most of those groups didn't vote for Biden in the first place, right? They're not like happy.
They vote for
happy. I think most people are happy that Trump is not president.
I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you for having me.
Come on, Kyle. Come on.
Hey, Dice, I gotta go to. I got a conference call in a minute, bro. But
those groups didn't vote for Biden. Okay, who voted?
No, that's not what I said. I
know they harvested those ballots, yo. I believe ballots were coming in from. I believe ballots were coming in on planes from China. I believe ballots were coming in from Russia. I believe ballots were coming from Mexico. I'm not joking with you, man. I know, how is it that you're going to have ballots show up at midnight and whatnot? Oh, we didn't count these and whatnot.
I know you've been watching elections for at least 30 years. I know you've been watching elections.
I used to be an election official here. I know how ballots are supposed to work.
You know
and this is bullshit, man.
Sometimes don't end on the night of.
No. Every election usually is done by 9 o'clock. No. I know. This is a lot of crap. Mail-in ballots that was supposed to be in a month ago when I just showed up on election night.
No. State by state, they weren't.
I'm never going to accept this shit.
GOP in Pennsylvania didn't allow the count to happen until the night of.
No, they weren't supposed to be there. They're supposed to already be counted before the election.
No, not at all. The GOP.
No, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Went to court. They went to court, and they won that case that said, okay, we cannot have we don't have these mail-in ballots can't be counted until after.
Man, Dinas, I'm proud of you, man, because you came from the same place as this dude, and you did real good, man. Because damn, bro,
Kyle's my brother. Kyle is my brother.
Yeah, you talking about it.
Brandon, friends, bro. But you did good, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. Because
you making a lot of assumptions.
I think y'all came from two different whole continents, bro. Like, come on, bro. He's still drinking that juice, man. Pull him up out the fire, man. He's suffering down there, bro. He's suffering down there. That man said
I think
didn't vote for
maybe
Biden.
Brandon, but I think you guys are falling into a lot of
Nah, you need to.
binaries, and I think the
look
world
at whatever
is
Diana's doing and
having
do it.
like
Copy
two
Diana.
sets of people. It's like a cartoon almost. Like you believe in good and evil.
Nah,
It's like you good and evil. Like why would it be like a good and evil?
deniability?
Huh?
You're as caught up in plausible deniability. Like you've said of several things.
Deniability? Your man Kanye said it was flying in balance from China.
How you know it was?
I was joking, man, bro. I was joking, man. I was joking.
Hey, you said
I
that
was joking.
the LGBTQ didn't vote for Biden. So
Huh?
Oh man, you gotta
Nah,
be
but you
kidding
don't
me,
be
man.
listening. Brandon, you don't be listening, folks, and you don't even be listening to yourself. And I don't understand how you be over here talking. You don't listen to nothing.
hey, bro.
I should record you and then play it back for you when you
I'm
hear
a good listener, bro.
I think all those groups you named, right? You said left. You said the left. The left is not who supported Biden. That's not who supported Biden. The centrist, the conservative Democrats.
Man, come on, yo. Why would any conservative Democrat watch their cities burn? Come on, I gotta support this idiot who can't even get out of it. I don't believe. Bro, come on, come on.
Wasn't burning
So
down.
cities are burnt. You see Portland lately? You see Seattle?
Yeah.
You see Minneapolis?
You know Portland, the city. Portland, Seattle.
Portland is freaking gone, bro.
People that voted for Biden, they voted for not Trump. People that voted for Biden voted. I mean, people that voted for Biden.
They voted against their own interests. It was stupid. Hey, anyway, Dinus, Kyle, good talking to you, brother.
Trump did not have
Good talking.
anybody's interest, folks, except for the business community.
I really gotta go. I know that, but we'll see. We'll take this up next week, bro.
All right, everybody, we out, man. All right, Kyle. All right, bro. All right, everybody. All right, peace.
All right.
Peace.
Hey.